welcome everybody to the stream. We should be getting going here real soon. I think everybody's just connected in. We're running just a little bit late today.
Shall we do the recap? I feel like this is going to be kind of a short one.
Go for it.
So yeah, basically we spent. We ended early last time, didn't we? We only played for like 2.5 hours or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess it will be short. Basically we fumbled around in the sand cave for fucking hours, not accomplishing anything, trying to get these worms to surface, and we literally couldn't do it. Nothing seemed to work.
And
so then we decided we should look for someone with more expertise about making worms come and fight you, which it seems like there wouldn't be a lot of people in that career path, but, you know, there's got to be something, right? So we went and talked to the Baron, who seemed like a nice enough dude. His name escapes me, but I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. And then he told us to talk to the captain of the guard. And then, oh shit, I forgot what happened. Oh yeah, he told us to buy some livestock, I think. Maybe that's what happened. Honestly, I'm a little bit loose on the details.
So you guys stayed there and you had dinner with him?
Right, that happened.
Back and forth, and he did tell you that the captain of the guard would probably know more.
Right, and then I asked the servant about where I can find him, and he told me, and we found him, and he kind of gave us the brush off because he's a fuck. And honestly, I want the worms to take the town at this point. I really hope they all get eaten because they're a bunch of unappreciative twits.
A fair assessment.
Yeah, anyone else want to jump on in there?
No, that pretty much encompasses it all.
You also went to their town meeting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Town meeting.
Yeah,
to
say.
Rustle up some jimmies, and no jimmies got rustled.
Yeah.
Make Dust Bowl great again. Oh yeah, we also found out the name of the town was Dust Bowl.
Oh, what was it? Hold on.
Dust Bowl.
Oh yeah, I've got it right here. Town of Dust Bowl, because apparently Shithole was already taken.
Very rude.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
Also true. So, it's after the town meeting. Now it's about midday, if I remember correctly, because you spent some time faffing about.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. So we decided to ask one of the local farms to. Well, we're going to try and get them to donate livestock to the better cause, or the greater good, if you will. So do we know if any of the farmers are around? Do I see anyone who looks like, you know, he's got like straw hat, piece of straw sticking out of his mouth, maybe overalls?
No, nothing that obvious.
Okay, how many people here are covered in mud?
2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I approach one of them and say hello.
Hello.
I say, hey there. What's your deal? I noticed you at the town meeting. You had any particular grievances?
No. Me and my brother here, we just mine.
Really?
Oh yeah, some great stones in these parts.
Like, what kind of stones exactly?
Little pieces of jadeite and quartz and rose. Well, alloys that you need to make rose gold, you know?
Rose gold?
You know what rose gold is?
I would have to ask, do I? I mean, I assume my dwarven knowledge would be like, yeah, rose gold, no problem. But
Upon thinking about it, your dwarven knowledge does reveal to you
God damn it.
that rose gold is a mixture of other metals. It's more of a reddish color than it is an actual rose, and it's
Okay.
often mixed with copper. It's gold mixed with copper. So
Okay, gotcha. Why do they do that?
because it's cheaper than gold and it looks pretty.
Gotcha.
It's like a fake, or it's like silver alloys. You know, they look pretty much the same.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
They're a lot cheaper and sturdier.
Okay. I say, hey, you wouldn't happen to know of any of the farmers around here, would you? Like
He
maybe-
raises his dirt-caked hand to his head and scratches for a second. He looks to his brother. Yeah, I think Farmer Bladel. I think he lost a few.
Bladel?
It's a weird little elf name, you know. He's a old guy. He doesn't live in the town, so I think that's why he might have lost some of his livestock. The guards are always quick to respond here. But,
I
he
see.
lives over the northern edge of the crater, sheltered from the winds.
Northern edge of the crater.
Yeah, just on the other side.
Do I think I could find this? What do you call it? This farm, or should I get more direct? Like northern edge of the crater should be pretty straightforward, right?
It's outside of the town, so you might have to search for a little while. But it's a farm, and it's just on the other side. You know where it is.
Okay, yeah. I think that we should. So I look to my two compatriots, and I'm like, you want to check out this farm?
Yeah, we can go do that.
If it's gonna help us kill stuff, I'm ready for it. What do we need?
All right then.
It doesn't seem like this is as big of a problem as we were led on, because I'm not seeing anything.
Dude, right? Like no one gives a shit or anything. There's no worm attack. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's level 3, level 4 quest. I get it, but still, I just can't stand how nonchalant everyone is about it. Like almost like we're the fucking pests, you know? Like we're a symptom of sandworms. It's like, yep, you got fucking sandworms. Now you're gonna have sandworm adventurers coming to kill them. And just, oh boy, one big fucking cycle. Am I right?
I don't want to get off topic, but there's a funny thing about that later.
Okay.
So
Oh God. All right.
you do know where this farm is, and you could head over to it if you were so inclined.
Yeah, we want to head north towards the lip of the crater or whatever.
You head north towards the lip of the crater, and this is actually where the Baron's mansion is.
Oh, it is?
Yes, he is on this side of the crater, and it seems the farm is probably on the other side, because it is like a giant bowl, almost like a crater in the ground. So,
Uh-huh. Can we reach the...
town.
Right. Can we reach the top of this crater by just like climbing up, or we look for a cave entrance or something? What's the deal?
Or go out and around through the entrance to town.
yeah, you're not sure. There could be some sort of stairway up behind the mansion. You didn't really notice one before, but you also didn't really look. There was a dust storm going on.
A fair
You
point.
might have to go outside of town. You're not sure.
Well, let's check behind the mansion then.
All right. The guards.
Can
let
we
you
do
pass.
that? I was going to ask if we can do that without impeding on the mansion property. So I'll ask one of the guards then if we're going to go through. I'll say, hey, do you guys know how to get through to the other side of the crater? Is there a way through here? We're trying to save some time here.
I think there's an old path that wraps around the side. Well, you should be able to head right on up. It's behind the mansion. It used to get used for shipments and deliveries of larger items that they didn't want to bring through the small tunnel into the town proper. But it's not really
Understandable.
used much anymore, and it's not locked, so you should be able to go through just fine.
All right, thank you much.
Of course.
So yeah, I'm like, yeah, there's the tunnel. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Path over the lip.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Without much of an issue, you find a door, almost more of a trap door than a actual door. It's slanted, where you have to like open it up as you're going up these stairs. So it's like a weird trap door kind of thing. But you do find one,
Okay.
along with a set of stairs behind the stable section of the mansion.
Grant's gonna head on in there then.
You swing open the door and you start to make your way up the well-worn stairs. It's very dusty in here, and just stepping inside makes you start to cough.
But other than that, is it just like a winding path, or like with dark vision? What can I see exactly?
With dark vision, you see there's no beasts or any sort of creatures in here. All you're seeing right now is the tunnel, basically.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep going then.
Okay, you continue to curl your way up along the this tunnel, and it winds a little bit, but it's pretty direct until it levels off, and then it starts to go back down. And this is all very quick. It's like you're going over a mid-sized bridge, and soon you find another door on the opposite side.
Is it locked?
This door is unlocked when you try the handle.
Excellent. Well, let's head on out then.
You exit out of this door back into the bright sunlight, and out here you can see what is north. North, it seems that there are a lot more mountains than there are in the south. Sorry, my dogs are going berserk.
Okay.
You do not see this farm directly, however. You're not sure where it is.
Unfortunate. So, what do you guys think we should do?
They made it sound like it was fairly close by. We can
Yeah.
do a little sweep of the area and see if there's any sign of.
Yeah, I think we should push north a little bit while looking for tracks or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to go super far and get too far off track.
Do we have anybody good at tracking?
Define good.
better than me.
I mean, I've got +5 to survival, so that's something.
Of course you would.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Better ranger than the ranger. Lead on, Grint.
Yeah. So basically, we're just gonna keep pushing north, and we're gonna keep an eye out for tracks of any kind that might indicate a beaten path of some sort, I guess.
You do a search if you want. Survival, that works even better. With this survival, you do indeed find... it doesn't take you very long at all. You almost trip over it. There's actually a small crack in the ground, and below that you can see a large open cave full of snails.
Oh.
Less of a cave and more of like a sinkhole in the ground almost.
Okay.
And nearby as well, you see a few windows cut into the stone. So this is a very well-sheltered little cutout almost. Cubby, you might say.
Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't kidding when they said it was sheltered from the wind.
There's also a small door. It has no actual door on it. It's just like an opening in the rock that seems like you're supposed to go through it.
Okay. I guess I'll approach that area then. While keeping an eye out for peoples.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna do perception check. Do I see anybody?
You do not see anybody where you are right now. No.
Okay. So then, yeah, we'll just move towards the cave entrance, I assume.
Okay. You head into the entrance of this cave, and it quickly takes you down a small slope until you're in front of another actual door. This door is made out of it's almost like a shield. It's like leather stretched over wood. Not wood. It's like that, that other stuff.
Yeah, the coral or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess there's nothing more to it. We'll just knock on it and announce our presence.
Yeah, you do the knocking. I like this idea.
I approach the door and knock loudly and ask if anybody's home.
You approach the door and you give it a solid, firm knocks. A solid, firm knocks while you and your companion stand around sniffling and rubbing your eyes to get rid of the dust.
Uh-huh.
And there's no response, but you knock and the door pretty much opens. There was no door handle. It was just a swinging door on a hinge. But it kind of pushes open on its own whenever you knock.
Okay. Do I see anything on the other side?
Inside, you see furniture through the small gap that you can see through. That's it, really.
I'm gonna call out, and it was Farmer Blettle. I'm gonna see if calling out by name gets anywhere.
You call out for the farmer, and you hear a voice from deeper into this. It's almost like a hobbit hole kind of that he has here. Hey, who's there? Is someone here?
We're some adventurers. We understand that you have taken losses to your stock from the sandworms. We'd like to talk to you about that.
What's it now? I'm a bit hard of hearing. And a elderly man dodders into the room. This man is very short. He looks kind of like a cross between a human and a dwarf.
So he's not an elf.
No, he's not an elf.
They said he was an elf.
Considering his name. They said he had an elven name.
Oh.
Did not say he was an elf. You note that.
Hello, sir. We understand that you've lost some of your stock to the sandworms recently?
He adjusts his wide-brimmed hat and brushes some dust off of his gloves on his pants. Yes, I've lost several of my beautiful snails to the worms. Are you here to do something about it?
We're here to do our best. We've been having trouble finding the source of the infestation, though.
Oh, I see. Having issues finding the hive, are you?
Yeah, we're experienced with killing pests, but not with tracking worms. If you could give us some advice or pointers, that would be most helpful, and we could help solve this problem for you and your village.
Well, I know that way back in the day, my grandfather, he used to harvest them, the worms. Their blood was used in some alchemical ingredient or other, and he sold it. I don't understand the whole business myself, but I know that he used to pacify them with smoke. It was a popular thing of his. He would fill the cave with smoke, but you had to be careful, otherwise you would smoke yourself out.
Yes,
That's
sir.
not even what you asked, is it? I'm afraid I don't know that much myself. I know that worms operate in a hive, and they like to settle in one area for long periods of time, so it's unlikely they've moved on unless another larger predator came to take their hive.
Oh. Wait, what? Sir, we did actually find a pit fiend in the cave that we believe the sandworms were in. Do you think a pit fiend would scare off the worms?
Actually, no. They have a symbiotic relationship. It's
What?
more likely it would be some sort of cave beast, like some sort of cave bear, perhaps. Though those usually live further east than here.
Okay. Wait, how do they have a symbiotic relationship with a pit fiend?
You see, when the worms bring down prey, they are unable to consume the whole beast. So they give the pit fiend what is left, and in turn, the pit fiend allows them to rest under its umbrella, its ocular umbrella.
Wait. So are you trying to tell me that the worms could be hiding under the fiend?
In all likelihood, yes. If that is the case, you would need to lure them out, though I know not how you would do such a thing.
Join the club.
I hope I have been of some help to you.
Absolutely, yes. Well, I have a question. How many of your livestock have you lost so far?
So far, I've lost 5 of my prize snails. The others are quite terrified. It's bad for their health.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. When do they usually have you witnessed the attacks yourself, or do they just go missing?
They just go missing.
So you don't know when they are taken.
No, it's as if they can sense when I'm here inspecting and when I'm not.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Give us a 1 moment. I just need to talk to my friends here.
Of course,
Right,
make
so-
yourselves comfortable.
Mhm. All right, so I gather everybody and we huddle up. I assume, and I'm like, so do we still want to try and buy a snail off this dude, or what? What do we do with this new information?
Well, do we have to get underneath the pit fiend? Like, that was pretty much the only tunnel we could find.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the idea of getting underneath of it by going through it.
Mm-hmm. Also agreed. I'm curious though. I wonder if we could get it to retract, to leave. I have some ideas about that. They're mostly explosive. Figure we get some barrels of some stuff, and we roll it down to that pit fiend's mouth, let him suck it up, and just kind of see what happens.
Elegant solution.
I like to think so. So, any feedback on that?
explosives are definitely an option. I'm not well versed with them myself.
No, but I think we might know some people who are.
Did someone say that these worms were the ones that are building tunnels through rock, or was those the other?
I think it was the other type of worm.
Yeah, we haven't seen any evidence of it for this type, apparently.
Right. Yeah, I think we should go talk to that merchant in the cave,
Yeah, I was
because
saying, I
he
wonder if
clearly,
He
Yeah.
knows of any other passages that we may not know of.
I was going to say that since he clearly caused that that collapse in the cave, that he must have some explosives on hand, and therefore we could get like some barrels from him. We just wait for that pit fiend to start sucking in the sand. We throw the fucking barrels in, and just see what happens.
All right, but just while we're there, I would like to find out if he knows of any other passages or anything. Because
Okay,
I'm sure they've
yeah,
scoped it out pretty good by now.
Yeah, totally.
Find out what exactly?
If you know, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to head back to that merchant that we met in the caves and see if he knows of any other what's the word I'm looking for, like paths, I guess, in the cave that might take us somewhere below the pit fiend.
Of course. So you're going to leave the farm.
Yeah, I think we are.
All right. Deciding that you have everything that you need, you decide that you are going to leave the farm without buying any sort of livestock or anything from this guy, as you think you have another maybe easier or at least more direct solution.
Certainly messier, or less messy even. I don't want to have to like
not sure
pull
yet.
I mean, I don't want to pull a snail out there, have to kill the fucking snail, or worse yet, haul a dead snail all the fucking way over there. Just, like, how fast can those things even move? Let's be real here.
Snails?
Yeah, the big snails.
Well, the last farmer that you talked to told them they were pretty quick when they were spooked, so you're not sure what quantifies as pretty quick for snails.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we? Yeah, we'll just make our way back to the cave then.
You make your way back over to the tunnel, which is no more than a few feet away. And with that, you are ready to return to the town. What you do, back up and through the tunnel.
Okay, so from there, we just want to keep proceeding to the cave where we met the merchant at.
All right, you decide that you're going to go back and talk to this merchant. Which way do you want to go through?
Through town?
All right, you choose, rather than going outside and coming back in, you go through the town route. The guards let you back into the gate, or back into the caves, as they are instructed to do. And in a few minutes, you are back at the cave that is being used by the merchant and his friends to run their operation.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we take the middle path and saunter on in there.
Like we own the place.
Like we own the place.
You saunter on back in like you own the place, and one of the merchant's guards points you out to him now that you've returned, and he quickly rushes over. Welcome back, my friends. What are you looking for? Do you need some more information, perhaps, or some more water?
Actually, we were wondering that cave you collapsed. Did you use explosives to do that?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we did. Yes,
How much explosives do you have?
a good deal more. I make an excellent trade selling it to local miners.
Really?
Yes.
What type of explosives are they? Could you show them to me?
Of course. He brings you over to a dwarven marked crate, and you read. You can see what it says. It says this side up with the arrow point. The arrow's pointing the wrong way, unfortunately. So it looks like he stepped it over, and it also says danger explosive.
Uh-huh.
Yes, these do seem to be explosive containers. And when he opens them, inside there are several. You recognize the type of explosives immediately. They are sort of shaped mining charge.
Mhm.
Dwarf alchemists. This is actually a pretty recent development of dwarven technology. Dwarven alchemists figured out a way to turn their explosives from like a dust powder into a sort of a putty. So it's basically like a putty,
C4.
sort of. But you have to strike it manually for it to go off.
Mhm.
So often the way they do it is they leave some sort of like weight dangling over the explosive, and then they drop it on it after they run away, like a pulley system.
Huh. Really? So you can't light it on. You can't light it or the fuse or anything.
No, that does not work. Also, it's very volatile and dangerous. You don't want to leave it in your pocket when you're out in the desert, because it might get like if you like fall into the sand and it squishes it, it might go off. And
Gotcha.
turned into chunky dwarf bits.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah,
So
he
it
has,
would be hard to
some crates of
use
this
this as like a timed depth charge once it's inside the pit fiend. I'm not sure what type of mechanism we could actually. You know what? Maybe he can figure, or maybe he knows. I would like to basically bring him up to speed on our plan of taking care of this pit fiend, so that we can get rid of the worm problem.
He strokes his small, evil-looking mustache. Yes. Yes. Well, these should do the trick. Yes, these are very damaging explosives. They are pressure activated, as I'm sure you know. So my solution would simply be to drop them in and hope the weight of the sand does the rest.
Do you think it will?
It's hard to say. I don't know that much about the creatures. Do they chew?
This one doesn't seem to. It just seems to swallow everything whole.
That might be better.
Would it?
Yes, if you throw them into the center precisely, the pressure from the surrounding materials will be quite high.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
It's worth a try.
How
Though
much for a
please
crate of this
don't-
stuff?
Oh my goodness. That would be 2 gold pieces. Please do be careful with it. Don't blow up the caves.
Believe me, we don't intend to. All right, so round table. How do you guys feel about this plan?
I'm okay, but I think we should ramp up on the explosive. I don't think we should just throw a whole hog everything in, because we don't know how much damage it'll do.
I was thinking we buy 3 crates and we throw 1 crate in, see what happens. And if it doesn't seal the deal, then 2 crates.
An entire crate? Huh?
Yeah.
I would take 1 out of the crate and try and see how big 1 is, so that we can judge.
Well, I mean, 'cause it's putty, so we can make it as big we want, basically. Correct?
Yes, but it does come in like pre-made
Oh.
bricks.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
gotcha.
you could just like smush them together, basically.
Although
But
it
you
seems like a
just-
really bad idea,
Yeah.
just smashing them together. It's like, make a bigger one! Just smacking it. Just, oh, God.
And
Yeah, that
it
would
is
not be
pressure
great.
activated.
Yeah, right? So, I don't know. I think we'll leave that to the alchemists to, yeah, no, I like the idea of just throwing the fucking bricks in there. But, yeah, I think we should use a whole crate. Like, this thing is
Yeah.
massive.
Okay.
I asked him how, if he thinks an entire crate of this stuff would be overkill for the Pit Fiend. The merchant guy is who I'm asking.
What about the merchant guy?
I asked him if he thinks an entire crate would be overkill for the Pit Fiend.
Yes, you would likely take out the pit fiend and the whole town with it.
Really? It's this stuff is that powerful?
You should know, yes.
I've only ever used it in small doses, you know, never had to blow up a Pit Fiend. Not sure quite how that extrapolates.
Well, truth be told, I haven't been using them to blow up creatures, you know. So this whole is new. Perhaps it would shelter the blast. Perhaps being covered under sand would dampen the effect somewhat.
Also true, especially if it. If this thing digests it and it goes way down, because we don't really we know how wide it is. We don't know how long it is.
In that case, I would recommend starting small.
That's a fair point. However, if we damage it and it closes up its maw, we may miss our chance. So if we don't get it on the first shot, it could be a problem.
Yes. I'll leave it up to your judgment, though.
How many bricks come in a container?
A dozen.
Per crate. A dozen per crate. Okay. How large are these bricks?
About the size of a brick.
Oh, okay. So those are the dimensions. Let's see here. So I'm gonna, what do you guys think? Should we throw 6 bricks in, or
we could start off with 1 or 2 and then see how that affects things?
I don't know. I don't feel like 2 is gonna do it. Like just that Pit Fiend was what, hundreds of feet across its maw? Was it something like that?
Probably about a few hundred, yeah.
Yeah, like that is a lot of Pit Fiend. If we can get it inside and it can explode from inside, it probably won't take much. But we don't know for certain if that's going to happen or not. I think we should take 6 bricks like out of the crate or something, and we should lower the crate onto the sand. Because my worry is if we just throw it at the sand, it might detonate on impact, and that will surely fuck us. I think we should lower a crate onto the sand, let it suck it down, and then hope that the pressure detonates it inside the Pit Fiend.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so here's how I'm thinking this goes down logistically. So we buy 1 crate. We get to the area before we slid down that slide that leads into the Pit Fiend, right? So then we set up the grappling hooks and we slide down to just the lip of the whatever you call it. The again, I'm gonna call it a slide. That's what it is. So we're sitting on the slide, and from there we can see when the Pit Fiend sucks the sand down, right? And we know that every 3 minutes it sucks down sand, correct?
You timed it precisely.
Every 3 minutes, right? So that means we'll wait until the it sucks everything down and spits it all up, and then once everything's spit all up, we'll lower the box into the sand, okay, and then we will run like hell, and then just wait around for a couple minutes, see what happens. How do you guys like this plan?
Well, yeah.
You like it? Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
We could destroy an entire town and ourselves.
Yeah, but think of all the credit we'd get, the notoriety.
I mean, yeah, kill the
Worst
pit
adventurers
fiend.
I've ever heard of, but you have heard
You
of
have heard of us. Oh, love it.
such a good line.
It is. It is.
So, your crazy dwarf cleric friend has come up with your plan here. Are you going to execute it?
Like, are you guys on board?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I'll front a little bit of the gold. So I'll pay the gold.
We'll each buy a case, right? So there's 3 cases.
I think we only need 2 because he said an entire crate would possibly wipe out the whole town. So we shouldn't need more than 2 crates.
Okay. So I just take 4 gold out of party funds if you want to do it that way.
Sure, we can do that way.
I'm double checking to make sure we have it. Okay, we don't have that in party funds right now. So I'll do 1 gold from party funds, 1 gold for everybody else.
Sounds good.
Once you have all of your money worked out and you give him the gold, he indicates towards the crates. These are now yours, sirs, but do be careful. Don't drop them. Dropping them would prove unfortunate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to kick them like this, right?
So, Mommy, I've always wondered, how did Dumbass Crater come to be?
See, son, there used to be a town here, but then these 3 fucktards came. They messed it all up.
Yeah, it used to be so much nicer than this, the old dust ball.
The 3 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we do here would only be an
Whatever we ride.
improvement.
Whatever happens, something's it's going to be something. People are going to talk about it.
We're going to gentrify this place by raising it first.
Jesus, all right. You have your crates now. You possess them. They are yours, and yeah, they're sitting there. They aren't particularly heavy, but they also aren't particularly light either. So if you want to get them all the way down there safely, you're going to need to make a strength roll.
Wait. Run this by me again.
Crates, they're carryable by 1 person, but they're also kind of awkward to carry.
Got you. I know exactly what you mean.
So you're going to need to make a strength roll if you want to take them down safely, with guaranteeing no accidents.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Can't we do 2 people and just take them one at a time? Because it's not like it's that far of a walk. It's better safe than sorry.
You could, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
You choose to make the smarter option of taking 2 trips with 2 people rather than trying to take them all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of you, or all 3 of you, depending on if you want to bring the last person with or not, like a kind of awkward third non-carrying wheel.
I wouldn't do that. Here's what I think we should do. I think Braun and Darren should carry them because Grint is a little bit clumsy. And raw strength is not the decider here, but clumsiness would be. So I'm gonna let them carry it.
Okay. I'm perfectly fine being responsible for the crater.
Okay, you decide to let the others carry this burden rather than carrying it yourself. And they take the first crate down without any issue. Where do you guys leave it when you come back up for the next one?
Well, right at the mouth of the slide, I imagine.
Yeah, do we have rolls
A
for this?
decent.
You know what? Thinking about it, we might consider leaving it. You know what? I'm not near you guys. I can't decide this. That's on you.
Well, we don't want to leave it anywhere near the mouth of the slide, or else it will slide down as soon as it's unattended. And kaboom everything without us being able to control it. So, where do you think we should leave it, Braun?
Well, how about, so we're taking, two of us are taking it down and then coming back up. Why don't we take one down and then leave it there, then the other two bring the other one down, and we can watch it at the mouth.
Just keep an eye on the one at the bottom while two people go
Yeah.
back up and grab the top one.
Right.
That works if you want to do that.
Oh, so should I have come with you guys?
No, you don't need to be with them. Just one of them will keep an eye on the crate while the other returns
Right.
up to the top, and then you carry the next crate with them.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to go back and get it, or do you want me to go back and go with them?
He's asking you how close to the blast radius you want to be.
Well, I mean, I'd rather stay at the top of the, like, once we get both crates to the opening, we can, I guess, drop them and then scramble back up at the same time. Or are you just doing one first? I mean, I didn't know how we were.
We'll go get him and figure that out when he's down here with us.
All right.
We just need to get all our supplies set up.
So one of you stays behind to keep an eye on this other crate, and you're pretty much just standing around with it. It's not really an issue. While the other goes back and helps Grint bring down the second crate. This goes off without a hitch. You don't drop any crates. You don't bump your knees in any crates. For once, Mr. Butterfingers doesn't drop his side of the crate. And yeah, everything's going well. You guys are both down there now. You're between the sort of cathedral area and the entrance to the lower cave. It's the little tunnel slide.
Okay, then. So, how much rope do we have again?
Should be enough to get down there, for sure.
Uh-huh.
'Cause we had extra when we were down there, so.
Right, but that's not the problem. The problem is, so what we have to do is we have to get to the lip of the slide, and then we have to have enough to tie around one of the crates and lower it all the way down there.
You do have enough rope for that if you wanted to try.
Okay, so yes, we want to try that, and so we all three of us need to go down here because all three of us are going to be needed to lower this thing because we can't leave it up to one person fucking it up and possibly blowing us all up. So all three of us are basically going to have to, slide down on the rope, and then the three of us slowly, ever so gently, lower the box into this thing's gaping maw. But real talk, before we even do that, one person should slide down the rope and just make sure that everything's on the up and up, that like the pit fiend is even still there.
Well, wouldn't we be able to see that when we at the edge there, or before we?
No, we would slide down quite a way to get to the actual pit of the pit fiend.
All right. I'll slide down. That's not a problem.
All right.
Right. So you tie your rope back up to the top in the same way that you did before, unless you don't want to, which is fine as well.
We have grappling hooks. I thought we used grappling hooks last time.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, then that's how we want to do it.
All right. So yeah, you grappling hook yourself the same way that you did before, and you decide that you want to lower yourself down. You want to slide on down.
All right. Sliding on down. What do I need to roll?
Let's go ahead and roll an athletics to climb down.
not a 1.
Luckily, you don't have the crate with you, but you begin sliding uncontrollably. Make a dex to catch yourself. Right. Yeah, you easily catch yourself before you slide all the way down out. And you can see that the pit fiend is indeed still down there. It's currently sucking all the sand in.
All right, so we got 3 minutes from now. All right, I'll climb back up now.
What are you doing exactly?
He's gonna climb back up.
Climb back up.
Or you could just call out to us to slide down with the box. Since you're already in position, just saying.
Yeah, but I've got the best strength. I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, right. I mean, the two of us will manage.
All right, I can do that. I can yell at you and tell you that everything's on the
Mhm.
up and up.
Okay, before we get started, let me check a spell here real quick.
Right. Which spell? I might be able to provide some insight.
No, I have all the information I have. Oh, yes. This will be fine then.
All right.
So, I am going to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
All right. You cast.
And I'm going to be using Bull Strength so that I have advantage on strength checks.
Okay. And your carrying capacity doubles as well. You cast Bull Strength on yourself by holding up your holy symbol and channeling your divine power. And you are gifted extreme strength. Your gear feels lighter now, and you feel stronger and more, not more charismatic, just stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
All
kind of
right.
makes you feel more charismatic because that's what happens.
Confidence.
Exactly.
So yeah, so with my strength, I will be sliding down first with the crate, and I'll have Andaran slide behind me.
Okay. You slide down and have Andaran slide behind you. You're only bringing one crate right now, correct?
Oh yes, and that's with 6 bricks removed. We're gonna remove 6 bricks and just throw this crate with half the bricks in it.
All right, so you're bringing half of your bricks from one crate up, so it's a little bit lighter than usual.
Yes.
So make a athletics check, yeah. I believe that is strength based, so you will receive advantage on that.
So I get advantage. Okay. Gods.
Well, fortunately, it almost falls over and tumbles down a few times, but thankfully you do manage to keep it in control, if only just barely.
Let's see how I do.
Yeah, you do it as well. All right, you do an even better job than he did, despite being less strong. Seems like this was something where some dexterity did matter here.
Well, I was also had to carry the fucking crate with me, so come on.
True.
God.
So yeah, you both are now at the sort of lip of the slide down.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give guidance to Andaran. It's going to like grab him by the fucking ankle or something. And I'm going to be like, great ancestor, please help us with this most delicate task.
Okay.
And I'm going to have him tie the rope to the crate.
All right. If you want to make sure that it's a nice, secure job, you can go ahead and do a sleight of hand. Do you know that use rope used to be a skill stat back in the day?
Oh, yeah, baby.
It's secure.
It is very secure. You give it a a nice like a cargo wrap almost. So you could probably like swing this thing around in a circle above your head if you wanted to, and it would stay attached to your rope. So it's very secure on there.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt that though.
All right then. At this point, then I also tap Braun on the shoulder, and can I give him guidance as well? Can I have 2 guidances up at once, or is that not how it works?
If unless it says you can't, if it says it's a concentration
let me
spell, then you
double-check.
can't.
It is concentration, so.
That means you can only have one up at a time. Correct.
All right, so I'm going to keep it on Andar then.
All right. Yeah, you stand by ready to give Andarin some moral support that he might need here.
All right, so I'm like, well, all right then. So we'll time it. We'll wait until what do you call it? The worm starts spitting shit up, basically.
Wouldn't it-
Well,
what-
while you were sliding down and getting your thing ready, the fiend already spat out all of the sand that it had sucked in.
So we're at the reset right now. So we have like 3
Yes.
minutes.
You got like 3 minutes right now.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If we just put the box on the ground, wouldn't it get sucked in and do the same thing? Or do we need to ignite it somehow?
No. That's what we're saying. We're just going to lower it and let it get sucked in. That's it.
All right. I just want to make sure I had that right. I thought we were
Yep,
trying
yep.
to drop it in as mall or something.
No. We don't want to be anywhere near here when the blast goes off.
So,
So we will all start.
to
Yeah.
set it down and get back up out of here.
Right. So it's tied with a perfectly secured rope. All we have to do is lower it down. That's all we got to do. So we begin lowering it down.
I'll help lower.
Yeah. Just tell us what kind of rolls we need.
If you're just going to lower it on down onto the sand, that's going to be a strength from whoever's doing it.
Well, all 3 of us are going to be holding the rope.
And all you
And
do
that's why all 3 of us came down here. Yeah, to make it
Mhm.
as gentle a ride as possible.
Right, looking good so far. It was close.
Not
Uh,
bad.
You all give each other a hand here in lowering down this crate of explosives attached to your rope. And you do so quite easily.
I'm ignoring you.
And
Alright.
because of the knot that you tied around it, you could actually like shake it off the end if you wanted to.
And keep the rope, you mean?
Keep the rope. Yeah, you could keep your rope
Totally.
here.
Let's do that. Yeah, and then bolt that back in. Okay, so once that's all set, let's start climbing immediately.
All right, you grab your rope and you begin climbing immediately. Where do you want to go?
Well, after
How far, right?
once we get up, we want to get into the fucking cave room, basically.
Hey, yeah, everybody make an athletics to climb back up. Better is faster. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
guys. Yeah.
You all clamber up the rope very quickly. So this is
I feel like the adrenaline is playing a part here. You know.
yeah, you're on like Dwarven Ninja Warrior or something. So you decide once you're at the top, you grab your grappling hook and rope again,
Yep.
and
Okay.
yeah, you're back up here. You still have about a minute and a half left.
Do we want to stay here, or do we want to keep moving, guys?
I would like to get to the top of this area at least.
You mean towards the entrance to the cave?
Yes.
Okay. We have a problem. The explosives are still here. Okay. So if this thing detonates and stalactite question mark, are those the pointy epi
Stalactites
ones
are
or
on
the
the
pointy?
top. Stalagmites
Yes,
are on
okay.
the bottom.
Right. So stalactite drops and hits like a brick of C4. It's gonna be like Armageddon in here. So we need to carry the C4 out.
I can carry it and run. I've got a very good strength in athletics.
If that's the case, then I will give guidance to Braun.
All right. You hold your holy symbol and you pray for guidance to Braun.
I'm wondering if there's enough space in there to stack the other 6 bricks of C4 we have.
No, there's not. It is packed to full. Gonna have to carry those separately.
That's less good. Will they fit in a pack? Like my
They will.
backpack?
They'll fit in your backpack.
I'll put them in my backpack then.
Don't
You
Strap
shove
my
the
carrying
volatile
capacity
explosives into
doubled,
your
so let's do
backpack.
this. Yeah, hey, fuck it.
You sure you just don't want to give them all to me, just in case if there is a mistake that only one of us dies?
Yeah, no, because I'm sure if the dude carrying, 18 bricks of this shit explodes, we're going to be completely unharmed. We're all going to be running pretty close together. Let's be honest. Let's just do this. I wrap these things up in a blanket or whatever I've got on hand. And
You're gonna come up in your bedroll.
yes, exactly. And we start. You know what? We don't need to hoof it necessarily. We just need to light jog, even. Brisk walking pace would be fine.
Muffin.
All right. You prepare to briskly walk. You have about 1 minute left before these go
Okay.
off.
Yeah, so we'll just keep going.
All right. You keep going. How fast do you want to go here?
I honestly don't know. Again, I said brisk walk.
Okay.
I'm going to run a little bit.
You're gonna run a little bit, all right?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's gonna be at the very minimum jog for me.
If you want, the faster you want to move, the higher the check's gonna be. So make
Well, Andarin can haul ass because he's not carrying explosives.
make an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Andarin keeps pace with you guys quite easily. Grint isn't quite as careful because he's carrying less, and it's slightly better secured. And thankfully, Braun also does a good job of carrying his. And you all, you pretty much run out of there. It's not a sprint, but it's not a jog either. You
Right.
run. And for the full so let's see how far you get in a minute. In a minute, you get to the crossroads of the tunnels. Or not
Okay.
quite to the crossroads of the tunnels. When you hear a rumbling below you.
And Grint's like, yeah, we got him. It worked.
All of you make a dexterity save.
Oh, what now?
Dex-
Oh, no, champ, no.
It had to happen.
Oops,
All right, let's see what
gotta turn
happens.
off disadvantage for that.
So I rolled a
Okay, in the case where you roll advantage, there's a disadvantage by accident. I always take the number on the left.
Oh, thank God. Or maybe I might not. It still might not be good enough.
Okay, so, Andarin falls flat on his face, and he says "ouch," and you can see that his foot is twisted at a weird angle.
Oh no!
It does not look good.
Can I do a medicine check on it?
Braun also stumbles and he drops his box. But
That was with
when the
10,
box
right?
lands, the box lands with a heavy thud, and you all hold your breath for a moment, expecting to explode, but nothing happens. You are all fine.
Oh God damn it, Braun!
I just don't know if you that was a 10, right? You got that.
That was a 10.
And Andarin's been in worse shape. I don't think he's.
Yeah, right. A twisted foot. He's had shattered femurs. Come on, walk it off, pussy.
Basically nothing, honestly.
Doesn't even notice it. He's just walking gimp footed. Well, where are we going, guys? I'm gonna medicine check it though. See if I can do anything for him. How does 25 do me?
Well, since the ground is still rumbling and shaking.
Oh, I
slightly.
thought I didn't know we were still shaking. All right.
Oh yeah, you're still shaking, but you do help him up, and you quickly bind his leg, or bind his ankle so that it's tight enough for him to just use, not
Gotcha.
comfortably, but
Right. But
he can still run in a short burst here if he needs to.
okay.
So yes, the ground is rumbling, and you all continue on your run.
Is it starting to ebb? Can we slow down and figure we're safe now?
Yeah. Do we feel safe, or is there the threat of imminent danger?
You sense the threat of imminent danger.
We should
As
get the fuck
from-
out of this cave then.
From the tunnel, you feel air starting to head up from the cave below.
Oh.
and rush
we
past
continue
you.
running then.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
You continue running with the rumbling and the air rushing past you, and you can see like one of you glances over your shoulder. Braun glances over his shoulder, and he can see that there's a little bit of light. There's some kind of light source in the cave behind you guys as you're running up.
Oh, shit.
Right, everybody making athletics. And Darn will be doing this at a penalty, but I will factor that in. Yeah. All right. Grint notices. Are you still meant to have advantage there?
Oh, yeah. That's athletics. You said it was strength.
Yep,
so.
yep, correct. So Grint sees that Andarn's lagging behind a bit, and he grabs him and pulls him along with him. So you all,
Like, let's go, boy. We got to roll.
you're all fine. You make it out to the entrance of the cave, and the guards like look at you like what's going on, because the rumbling's going down on below, and you can see there's some villagers in the town like walking back and forth, looking anxious, basically.
And I just say, sorry, I had a really, really rough lunch, and I apologize completely for that.
And then I Grunt like punches him in the fucking arm. It's like, oh, we were just taking care of business, taking care of your worm problem. It's cool. This is gonna be fine, I'm sure.
Right as you finish your sentence, Grint, sand and flesh and all sorts of stuff blasts out of the tunnel from behind you. Like a bursted sewage pipe, basically.
Oh my God.
Fortunately, all of you and the two guards are out of the way, though they jump back. They jump back anyways.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
And,
It's all
And
fine.
Grint goes, it's supposed to do that.
This goes on for a solid 2 or 3 seconds, where it's just spraying out debris.
Have you never killed worms before?
I
say?
mean, how do you kill a bunch of worms?
Yeah, it is just spraying out debris, and after a few seconds, it's done.
All right then. So we don't need to go back down there and look. I think we're good. So let's go ahead and leave.
Nah,
I'm sure it's fine.
nah. We have to confirm some things.
Set off another round.
Yeah, we still got 18 bricks of fun in our hands.
I'll tell you though, if we don't need that, I think we're gonna keep that and use it for later. This could.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
definitely going to like a storage or something.
But I do want to go down there and start looking around to see if maybe some adventurers with some loot had gotten sucked in and maybe blown some of their stuff around that we might.
Dude, man, I can't wait to see the fucking look on the merchant's face. He is going to be pissed at us. Although, to be fair, he sold us the explosives. We told him what we were going to do with them, and he still gave them to us. So that's kind of his fault.
I'll be surprised if he's actually still there and hadn't hightailed it out.
You mean he's still alive? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if they were still in the cave when the pit fiend guts came fucking flowing through,
Did the guts go up the tunnel and around to the top where
right?
it enters into
Yeah,
their space?
It probably would have just blown out the way we came, because that's the most
like
strict
all of his
Yeah,
all
but-
of his merchandise is just covered in foul
with-
pit fiend
Yeah,
goo.
so with that much pressure, and in fact it took that long to clear out of this hole, it probably backed up into the others too.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted.
Well,
that
maybe
to
this
be
was the path of least resistance, though. Maybe the other two didn't get it. Who knows?
This is the path up. So
Yeah.
no, this was the this was the one of the paths up. So this would be one of the 2 paths of most resistance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one of the guards that was guarding the door looks down at his boot, and he reaches down and picks something up, and it is a large chunk of a worm. Looks to be like I guess you call it the face of the worm.
Uh-huh.
And he just kind of looks at it in disgust and throws it down. Well, good job. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah, so who pays us? Like, how does that work?
I'm not sure. Maybe the Baron or whoever gave you the job. Truth be told, this is going to take a while to clean up, so
Yeah.
get
it
around
is.
that. Thanks for your assistance.
Dude, like
I
I,
guess.
I bet the smell is just out of this
It's
world
bad.
though. Like
Yeah,
man, like they're
it's
gonna have
pretty bad.
to they're gonna have to move the fucking town basically. Like no one's gonna want to live
or
here.
rename it.
Yeah, for like a good 100 feet out after the entrance of this tunnel in all directions, there's just like sand and just purple worm guts everywhere. It's absolutely disgusting.
Dude, this was the best quest ever. Oh
you think
man,
maybe we should have used a full crate?
it's looking back on it. I have some regrets. I wish we'd have went for the full crate, but
Yeah, I don't think we'd be talking to anybody right now.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And you still have all your explosives left.
All I know, like Grant is just like, yeah, dwarven engineering, motherfuckers. That's how we do.
You were very pleased with your dwarven bot explosives.
Oh yes.
All right, so some of the town, you can see a few people in town starting to try to clean everything up. It's going to be a long process.
Yeah, we're I'm like, you guys want to head to the tavern and have a drink? Like I'm feeling like I could go for a drink right now.
Or do we
think
go down and see the results of the what we did?
You really want to go in there?
we should see
I-
what all is left. Who knows?
Well,
what
I was
Knockers-
thinking maybe after they clean up a little bit, I kind of want to drink until I can't smell anymore.
Well, actually, why don't we get the payment first? So let's go talk to the guard guy who hired us because the towns wanted him to.
Well, he said we have to talk to the Baron.
No, the guard said that, but he said, or
Yeah.
whoever hired us. The person who hired us was the
Well, let's go to the captain of the
sergeant.
guard then.
Yeah, captain of the guard. Yeah,
All right, so yeah, we head on over to the captain of the guard.
I don't think he's going to be exactly happy.
Yeah, we'll see.
'Cause he
This is what he gets for
hired us
not being. Hey! We wanted to take some livestock and try to bait some worms. He was very unhelpful, so we did it our way. Okay, I don't want to hear a fucking peep out of him.
All right. So what exactly are you doing?
We're gonna go talk to the captain of the guard.
You go and you find the captain of the guard. You see him from where you are right now. He rushed out and he started instructing the cleanup.
Mm-hmm. And I approach him and I go, "We came, we saw, we kicked its ass." Ghostbusters? Nobody? Okay then.
I got it.
Okay.
So you approach him and he takes a moment from directing his guards in the cleanup to talk to you. I take it this means that you've resolved the situation.
If we didn't, then it's much worse than you thought.
Fair assessment.
So that'll be one tunnel cleaning, dwarven style, and I don't
We
think
don't
there
have
was anything
storage
else
fees.
on the ledger.
See, incidentals, time, materials. We're looking at we're looking at a nice bill. We're just making sure that you were able to take care of that for us right now. Sorry, I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't. It fell flat. I was trying to do the Ghostbusters joke at the end when he's like, racking up all the
Yeah.
incidentals and stuff.
yeah.
won't pay.
I got
We'll
it.
just put it back.
Yeah. Well, we can't put this back exactly. No one's ever gonna be able to put that shit back.
Right. Well, the town was supposed to pool some payment. Though I'm afraid that their contributions may have come up a little bit low. You understand, times are hard. So I prepared an additional payment for you if you're willing to accept it.
What is the payment?
It's actually this. It's not so much a since the town museum closed. Yeah, I know, right? We had a museum.
Yeah.
We've had a few regional artifacts just laying around. Of course, the Baron bought some. Technically, they were his already, but he was buying them from the museum. But a few of them he just left laying around. He wasn't interested in. So I'll give this to you. And he
Okay.
pulls out a quiver. It has no arrows in it.
Huh.
Ooh.
I would like to hold this quiver and Arcana check it.
Okay.
Feeling.
What does a 14 get me?
14 gets you that it is magical, and this is a positive enhancement of the item.
Okay. I kind of like show it to Andar, and I was like, it's magic. It's something good. I can tell that much.
Yeah, try to pull a arrow from it and string your bow and see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna put an arrow in it, and then
No,
You
don't put an arrow in the quiver. Just try to pull an arrow out of it.
And Grin is just looking at Braun like he is the craziest man he's ever seen.
Okay.
He's like, it's empty. What are you doing?
I'm gonna mime out pulling an arrow and getting my bow ready and see what I feel.
You look very silly, and the guard captain looks at you in a bemused way.
Okay, so it doesn't give me unlimited magic
I was
arrows.
trying.
Unfortunate.
I thought maybe
Uh-huh.
that might be.
Yeah.
I'm not a magic person. I just thought that would sound pretty cool.
He's like, well, if I was making magic items.
Yeah, if I were making magic arrow quivers. But while doing so, I'm also going to see what I feel Arcana E.
You're more in tune to the whole bow thing, so maybe you can figure it out.
You know it's magical, and you know that it enhances arrows that you put into it.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. That's the missing part. Actual arrows.
The last thing we would have expected, apparently.
Who puts arrows in quivers? That's so last century.
Mm-hmm.
All about the tree trunks now. Ooh. So that's as much as you can get out of it from that.
Okay.
Look.
Okay. Well, it should obviously go to our archer, and I feel like I'm not the best archer in the group.
Nah, you got this.
Okay. If you're sure, I'll be sure to betray your confidence somehow and fail everyone.
That's all I ask.
Good.
So, what do you guys want to do now? Should we just get the fuck out of here and hope that they don't go, hey, wait a minute, something bad happened? And we're like, oh, that's on you. Or should we stick around and see what happens?
Well, we should get back to the main city and get more quests. Let people know of our tales here.
Oh, I'm sure this tale is going to spread real quick.
What are your thoughts, Braun?
Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. Can you repeat that question?
What do you think we should do? Yeah.
I think we should. Let's say get a drink real quick, and then no. So did he gave us the quiver, but did he give us actual cash too?
He gave you a small bag of cash as well, yes.
Okay, yeah. Let's count that, and then let's get a drink, and then after, let's say, an hour, let's go back down there and see what we can see.
All right, I'm down.
The bag contains 53 silver pieces and 25 copper pieces.
That doesn't quite cover the 4 gold we spent on explosives, but I feel like the fireworks they provided were more than enough.
Entertainment value. And technically, you've only used a single gold worth of your explosives.
True enough.
So that was 53 silver, 27 copper. All right, I'm putting those in the party funds. Yeah, it doesn't cover the 4 gold or the 11 gold for the water that we gave away.
Well,
we went back and got it. We went back and got it. That's right.
Yeah, we used it to test for worms.
So we spent 15 gold and got a nice quiver, which is cool.
Well, hopefully it'll help in the future. You know, invest in the party.
And we have some cool explosives to have some fun with. Let's go back to that ruins and then let's really open that place up.
We could open that door no problem right now. Carve our own staircase where the spiral staircase used to be.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing, guys? I was fucking around with spells.
Okay, I think Braun wants to stick around for just a little bit, get a drink, and then go down into the caves once.
The pit.
You said we sat around for like an hour, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have lost enhance ability then.
Well, we're just waiting until the walls stop dripping.
Right.
Right. You stand around for a while, and you wait for things to die down a bit, and you are ready to return to your cave. What exactly are you going to do here?
Step away for just a second. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But
okay.
I want to go down and check the pit where we blew everything up and see what is remaining of that area. If we can even get down there now, if that hasn't been exploded, that sort of thing, and just kind of see if we can search around and find something fun.
Okay.
I can still heal everybody too, or hear everybody. So
nobody is guarding the entrance anymore. Those guys are on cleanup as well. Everything in here is relatively clean. You're still wading through like ankle deep soft sand though.
Okay.
The entire way down.
So we should check the merchant area. I think we should do that.
All right. You go through the middle path. You decide that that's what you want to do, and you go down for a ways. And about halfway, you are blocked by debris.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Probably knocked more stuff loose from his initial blast.
That's what I was thinking. I would like to try and clear this then with some strength.
All right.
Is that good? Like, let me know.
Yeah. You easily grab a large. You push aside some of the sand, and you find that underneath it's rock again. So some more of the ceiling has fallen in. And you grab a large boulder, and you simply pull it away, and that creates a reaction, and several other smaller rocks tumble away, and it gives you a relatively comfortable path to walk over.
All right. So, I'll crawl through that, obviously. And are we able to get to the same area with that where the merchant was at?
You do, as a matter of fact.
Yay!
You head down the passage until you arrive at the exit to this pseudo cave that you were at before. And the merchant and his friends are still here, sitting around at a table as they were before.
So I assume that because the area was blocked off, that shit didn't come gusting through here?
It did not. They seem fine.
Excellent. Okay. I waved down at him. I go, it worked! It totally worked!
The merchant, he doesn't say anything, but he gives you a sign of approval, like a short little bow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's neat.
Yeah, I just say I'm glad you guys made it through all right, and back out.
Yeah. So I assume let's head back to the cathedral area then.
But you decide you're going to head back to the cathedral area. You make your way back up the tunnel, and once you're back at the crossroads, you start heading down towards the cathedral section. Some parts of the tunnel here, since this was a slightly rougher tunnel, some of the where there were small stalactites before, looks like they've been almost sandblasted off.
Wow.
The smooth nubs left where they were before. The further down you go, the more it looks like this. A few places along the walls have large purple streaks that seem to be worm bits that were splattered across the walls of the tunnel.
Okay.
And eventually, the stone steps end at the entrance of this area. However, now it seems that the sand in this room has sunk by a good 30 feet. So now you only have those stone platforms to if you wanted to move to the cathedral. You're not sure why this is, though the cathedral itself does not seem to be in the best of shape now. A few of the walls in places have toppled, and a good portion of the top of the cathedral has been knocked off.
Unfortunate.
I wonder if there's areas in there we could get to now that maybe we didn't see before.
A possibility. Could be.
But I imagine the
So
sand is 30 foot lower now because it's not filled with a bunch of worms that were pushing it up.
right, or the pit fiend even.
Not to mention what all got blasted out of the cave itself.
Yeah. That's also true. So this what's the word I'm looking for? So is it like a maze that we're walking on top of? Is that what it's like, or,
Pretty much,
what
yeah.
exactly is that? Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Okay. So we're just kind of like walking on these thin stone.
Looks like they're almost stalagmites that are sticking up out of the bottom of the cave. They go further down, and they widen out the further down you go.
Okay.
Both of them merge together.
But we can make our way across, right?
As you can, with some
Okay.
hopping.
Right. Well, let's do some hopping then.
Are you bringing your creative explosives with you?
God, no.
You
Okay.
can Just sit.
You leave that ship behind on the stairs.
Well, no, I thought we left it back in town. Who was? Because no, you didn't. Okay.
No, I'm keeping an eye on it, so I don't want to just leave it somewhere, especially in a crowded town like that. But if we're going to be,
I'd have just left it in our room, but all right.
yeah, we can set it down around this area.
Fair enough.
Because I don't think anybody else is coming down here anytime in the next few minutes.
Unless they come in cleaning like they said they were, but
I think they have other cleaning to do for a while.
fair enough. Yeah, let's keep going then.
All right, you hop from platform to platform. It's not particularly difficult. It's just time consuming, and you make it to the cathedral again, which is on a large stone, like bowl-shaped stone piece. You're not sure what's holding it up underneath, as it's very dark in this cave. You guys don't have dark vision that goes far enough to see that.
You're right, I don't.
So, what do we do first, guys?
Well, let's run through the areas we've already looked at, and we know they're like we'll see what all has changed.
All right, let's head on in then. What?
Nothing. So, what exactly are you doing here?
I believe they said we're heading into the cathedral.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk on in. All right. Uh, so you walk into the cathedral, and inside the ceiling has fallen in a few places, and there's bricks laying about. There weren't any before. And the door at the back, the doorway itself and the wall have collapsed inward into this room, and you can see that the wall that was blasted through originally has also completely collapsed. So
Okay, then.
this thing is very rickety. It's barely being held together.
Yeah, I say we should get the hell out of here. I know a couple of things about stonework and whatnot, and this thing could collapse at any moment. We should just get out.
Well, that's a shame. At least we don't have worm problems right now.
That's true. I guess I could do like a quick perception check to see anything in this immediate area looks different. Like there's something unearthed, maybe.
Um, nothing is different aside from the collapsed things.
Yeah,
but
nothing
there
like
is
holes in the
something-
wall, oozing treasure or anything like that. Nothing like that, unfortunately.
No. But you do notice something that you didn't see before,
Oh,
which you realize was here the entire time, but has not changed. And on that note, I want to take our quick break now. I gotta let my dog out and do some other stuff.
okay. Let's take a 5-minute break then.
It's going to be more than 5 minutes for me because I have things I need to do. But I will be back
Okay.
pretty shortly.
All right then.
I leave that suspense for after the break so people come back. We see how it works. Yeah, we're taking a 5-minute, probably a 10-minute break. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Sorry for the delays, but it's kind of how we do these. We break them up a little bit in between. So we'll see you soon.
We back yet?
I am.
All right, just waiting on Riz then.
And I've been on mute this whole time.
Oh, so you have.
So what I said was I was getting, I'm kind of really anticipating the cartoon that's going to get created that Ascalja has now built my expectations for.
Oh.
Oh, darn it. Now there's expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
And I just let you know, Ascalja, I did a huge tweak in the other Discord that is going to be hilarious to watch. But it won't show up till later, probably. But just
Oh, you're being purposely antagonistic with that? Okay.
you don't think I'm not? I mean, it's true, but yeah.
I disagree with the assessment that
I know
it's...
you
yeah, that's a discussion for another time.
So what do you think we're going to find that we missed before? Now that you rolled a 20 on your perception.
No idea. I suspect it'll be something relating to those two dwarves.
I think so.
I do.
Or the tome or something, you know, that would have helped us out probably. They go, here's the thing you need to call the sandworms to you.
Oh god. Yeah, it's like, hey, remember that bell you guys were looking for? Oops.
Here it is. You could have saved yourself blowing up the whole place.
0 regrets.
Yeah, we did what
can
must
you
have...
Can you imagine trying to individually fight all those worms too? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have fireball anymore, so
Yeah. We I don't know if you were here when we were talking about to the merchants, but basically the cave collapsed in front of their cave again, so they didn't get
Yeah.
sprayed with worm guts.
yeah, they got lucky.
Mm-hmm. This
I
time.
wanted to see it.
I did too. Just like him being like, dude, what the fuck? Oh, it would have been glorious.
Yeah, Erin's really trying to get a hold of me too. I'll have to get with her after this.
Yeah,
She just emailed me too.
well, trying to make sure everybody's available to get to the convention.
Yeah, she's wanting to do training too. So.
Right. Which, regardless of whether or not you're with our delegation or not, that'll be useful.
I still need to book a hotel or an Airbnb. Won't be hard. It's not a big deal. It's off season, so.
4th of July is a pretty big weekend for a lot of people.
Yeah, but not to go there.
Yeah. Here's hoping we don't get hurricaned.
Get some good New Orleans food, baby.
Yeah, we'll have to find a time where you, me, your wife, my dad, and whoever else wants to join can go hit a restaurant.
Be there almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't have that sort of time.
Yeah, I may have to cut it back though. Work is being an ass. I get 4 weeks vacation, but every time I try and take it, they're like, "Oh, we need this and we need that and we got this going on."
Yeah, I'm gonna try to update my resume and put into a position at where Harry's working and dump the warehouse gig because I'm sick of it.
You go work for Harry. Do you know how to back up a phone server?
I would probably be in the customer service side of things. I have some experience with that, but
I mean,
you know,
I think anybody who can answer the question, "Do you know what backups are for and why you should take them?" would probably get hired right now.
yeah,
He's not happy.
that's a pretty big oopsie daisy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really talk too much because of my own issue, but to be fair, I was planning on doing it. Yeah, after I lost a hard drive last week, it was really kind of ugly because I hadn't backed it up and I was getting ready to back up.
Yeah, you said something about that, right?
Yeah, I was going to back up to another hard drive I just bought, and I got started on it, and I hadn't finished it. I was going to do it right after we were done gaming that last weekend. And Thursday, the hard drive crashed.
Oh,
Hard crash. So I lost the assets for the stream. I lost a VM that had all my data for work on it, and I lost a bunch of pictures and stuff. But I was able to get most of it back, and from other backups that I had. So I'm just going to try and send the drive off and see if I can get the rest of it. But I'm not in a, oh my god, the sky is falling rush at the moment as I get everything kind of working again. I mean, that morning
that's good.
That morning it happened. I'm like, I wonder if I can get on track and how much it's going to cost me to send this drive up to them and get it back tomorrow. And it was like $5,000 or some crap. So now I can just go with the $99 guys and see what they can get me. Also, Lester, did you see the conversation we had about the maps that we're going to be talking about doing?
I did. I didn't know what you guys were talking about, though, really.
So really, like, he has an idea of how everything's laid out, but he's not really good at drawing the maps. So what we're going to do is, as we enter an area, he can put up a map. You know, it's a grid map, and then we can draw it as we encounter. Like, oh, over here's this, so we can draw it on the map, and then those maps will get saved back into the assets.
Okay.
So when we go back, we can pull them back up. So we're kind of making the maps as we go, instead of having to try to create them ahead of time and waste all this time doing it. And it's kind of more like what we usually do when we're playing pen and paper, right? You'd be making your own maps for the most part.
I got you.
The GM didn't have to do it. I think it'll be fun because at least it gives us a good visual representation. Like, we're doing dungeons and we're like, okay, this door's here, and we're trying to visualize it. I think drawing it out on the map paper would be a lot easier. Because then we can all agree on what we're seeing and be able to better plan out what we're doing. we're just waiting on Rizzola to get back from his dog things. Issues. So Latro, Pillars of Eternity 2 is out.
People keep telling me. I wasn't smitten by the first one though,
I
so
know. They changed a few things. The AI now is so detailed and configurable. It's really interesting to play with.
yeah.
Like you can say,
Well,
okay, I
By
want
which
this
you
guy-
mean I can put it on autopilot more easily.
Oh yeah. So because you had to do autopilot before, it was kind of like they would just randomly do what the AI thought it would do. But now you can actually go in and prioritize: do this, do this. If this happens, do this. I mean, you can create a whole set of rules and let it run.
That's pretty cool.
Plus, the ship stuff is pretty fun.
Yeah, because it's all about like boats and whatnot, like pirates or something, right?
That's a portion added to it. So to get from place to place instead of just traveling like we were doing before, like you did in POE1, you actually have to
Mm-hmm.
boat there, and during the boating you can get hijacked or attack other people and all kinds of stuff, and have
Oh, nice random encounters, huh?
boat stuff. Yeah, you can have boat stuff going on, so you can
Mm-hmm.
like you remember the battle in POE where you told these things to do this and these people to do. You kind of generaled.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you had the final battle where you actually went in and fought. You can. It's kind of that on a smaller scale though, but controlling the boats battles that way.
Gotcha.
I was watching Co play POE as he finished it off before POE2 came out, and he got to that point, and he had done everything right to the point where when he got done with that prep on that battle, there was maybe a mop of 15 people he had to kill. It was just like a blah, done. Meanwhile, I had to fight like 50 or 60 people.
It's a lot of dudes.
I missed like 2 or 3 big things, so I didn't get the girl to turn, and I didn't get aligned with one of the other factions, whatever. So I only had like 2 groups I could take out instead of 4.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty ugly fight at the end for me, but I eventually prevailed. The 3rd time.
So, I don't know if I got your username wrong when I sent you a friend request on PlanetSide 2 a week or 2 ago.
Oh, I haven't been back to PlanetSide in a while though. Like I basically quit it out of it.
You know, I just downloaded it last night too. I was thinking,
Oh, very
Did you
true.
really?
yeah,
All right, welcome back.
I almost had to shoot a dog that was trying to pick a fight with my lovely boy.
Oh no.
Oh, that's no fun.
Some I think it was like some kind of pit bull mix got into the yard. Was jumping back and forth, growling at my beautiful boy, trying to provoke him. He just kind of stood there and dealt with it. I came out and scared the dog off. He didn't know what my dog had no idea what to do. He just stood there like a lump on a log. He's the most worthless guard dog ever. Fucking idiot.
That's. I mean, sometimes getting my dog not to react to people is a problem. She'll bark at people getting in and out of their cars across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so what new thing that was always there do I see?
All right. Previously, this was a pretty plain room. You had all your doors and things like that. Now, you note that the entire time were also some bats in here. You didn't see them before. there are small holes in the roof and in the walls where there were bats. It's odd, but that's what it is.
Bats the animals?
Bats the animals, yes.
And
Not like baseball
the
bats.
shaking didn't make them flee.
Oh, well, that's why you notice them now. It's because a few of them are moving about up there in their roosts. So they've been disturbed.
I see.
Are any of them particularly large, like almost human shaped?
No, there are no Batmen here.
What about man bats?
No man bats either.
Any
Fuck.
coffins laying around by the bed?
Oh, God.
No coffins that you can see, no.
So the bats are just like freaking out around there on the rooftop, or ceiling, if you will. Okay. Well, we should get out of here before the shit collapses then.
Oh, you want to take
Okay.
a shot at one, just see what happens?
You want to shoot one of the bats. They're just animals. Leave them alone. They didn't hurt anybody. You gonna kick a dog on the way out too? Like, golly.
Maybe you got a puppy on you.
No, I do not. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this place is like crumbling. We should leave this area immediately. Can we make it towards the slide on these stepping stones that we have?
Take it towards the slide.
Remember the slide down to where the pit fiend was?
Does it even exist anymore?
Not much of it is left. It's been both widened and collapsed at the same time.
Awesome.
It's been blasted outward. There's particles of shattered and sharp rock lining the whole thing.
So does it look like there's any way we could get down to where the pit fiend was?
You could lower yourself down, but it's going to be a lot harder this time.
Do we want to do this? Because there could just be a gaping pit there that goes down into the Earth's core.
That's fine. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and lower me down on a 100-foot rope. And
You're serious?
Yeah, I just want to take a look around. See what I see. If I don't get
All
off the
right.
rope, I don't have to get off the rope, you know? I'll just climb back up. I've got pretty good athletics. I think I can do this.
Fair enough. If you really want to go through this, I'm going to use enhance ability on him as well. With bull strength.
You give him enhanced ability, bull strength.
Now have advantage. What do I need to roll? I'm sure athletics, right?
Yes, athletics.
All right, we tie it off. I go athletics, and down I go.
Okay. Thankfully, due to the assistance that you were
Good call.
gifted, you
That was a good call.
yeah.
Prompt.
You don't slip up on your way down. You slide down the rope, careful to avoid these sharp walls and not to accidentally slice the rope against any of these newfound bits of sharp rock. And you lower yourself out down to the cavern. Unfortunately, you can't see anything because there's no light down here.
Okay, so am I at the bottom of the rope? Did I go all the way down to the bottom of the rope, or does it stop to the ground first?
You are all the way at the bottom of the rope.
All right, I'll reach in my pack and light a torch.
All right, that's going to take a sleight of hand if you want to do that while holding on.
All right, I don't get advantage on this. Hold on a second.
You do not, correct. Unfortunately, you drop the torch and it goes spinning down into the darkness.
I will grab another torch.
All right. You repeat the same thing again. This one also goes falling down to the darkness.
Let's try one more time.
Third time's the charm.
Oh no! What are you doing?
This time, you actually fall off into the darkness. All right. What do you other two guys want to do?
I mean,
You know, Grant,
yeah.
before he went down, we should have probably given him a light.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. You know, like maybe I should have lit up a rock or something.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I'm
maybe
sure
I should
he'll
slide
be
one
fine.
after. Yeah, maybe I should slide one after him now. Or do
Yeah.
you think it would hit him?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from him, so he should have been able to yell if he was having trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Do you choose to yell as you go down, Braun? They will hear you if you just start screaming.
I will curse loudly.
All right. They do indeed hear you curse loudly. You guys also, if you were holding on to the rope while he was going down, just to make sure, then you do feel that it gets lighter.
It's very slack now.
Yeah, it's very slack.
Huh. I yelled out, Braun, hello?
All right, Braun, while you're at it, make a dexterity save, and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, make a Constitution save. Okay, that's better. Okay. So you fall, and you're not sure how far you fall, but it seems pretty far. And you land, and you are not knocked unconscious. Your arm that was under you is broken in your fall. You did not catch yourself very well. The arm is very much broken. To add insult to injury, you also land and break. You also land on and break the 3 torches that you dropped down.
Oh, God. That's terrible. What?
So how broken are they? Like, you couldn't hold them if they were lit?
You just snapped them all in half.
Oh, well, if the heads are still there, he can light them.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll plant one in the ground and light it.
Right. You plant a torch in the ground and you light it.
What do I see?
All around you, it's sand.
Just sand? There's nothing else.
You're at the bottom of like a sand bowl.
I want to just search and see if I can see anything other than sand.
You look around for a little bit, and you are in fact standing on a large piece of like carapace or something. Like a little dish made out of carapace under the sand. Whatever the carapace was attached to is probably very dead.
Okay. Can I try to climb out of this hole? With a bird?
You can't see the edges. You're not going to have much luck. It's pretty big.
Okay.
But is there? I mean, is it sheer? Is it kind of sloped? If I just start walking with a torch in my hand, can I walk to the edge somewhere?
Upon grabbing the torch and walking to the edge, it becomes sloped until it gets sheer. So the entire room, it seems, is like a big egg shape right now.
All right. Can I throw a grappling hook up the top of the farthest I could go before it goes sheer? Can I just get to that point and then try and toss up a grappling hook? Is it
You can give it a
50
shot.
feet? All right.
Yeah.
What do I throw for that?
It'll be a strength at a disadvantage because of your broken arm.
Right, but because of the wouldn't it cancel out the advantage though, and they just cancel out?
I guess it cancels out. Then you just have one extremely strong right arm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's strength or strength saving throw. I guess it's the difference. Technically.
Yeah.
So
It's strength, not a save.
All right.
You get a pretty good throw. It goes high and it lodges in a rock, and you give it a few tugs, and you think it's secure.
So at this point, Grint's gonna have been like sliding down the rope because he wants to see what the hell happened.
All right, I'm gonna try and climb up
Okay.
the rope with one arm and my legs to hold me as I reposition to pull up again, over and over again. So I can do that with athletics, I'd imagine.
Athletics, just a normal roll, no disadvantage or advantage. All right, yeah. You slowly pull yourself up by bracing your legs against the wall and shuffling on up, basically, with your one good arm. And you're up at your grappling hook now. You can pretty much like hold on to the ledge here, and you'll be fine.
I can pull myself up off the ledge. I mean, to the top, to out of it.
No, it's like you could hang on to the edge here. You're about halfway
So about halfway.
up the side of you're a third of the way up the room in all, and like halfway up towards where it gets perfectly sheer.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can stabilize myself and rethrow the grappling hook. I'm trying to think if I have anything on me I could use.
I'll think that over. I'm gonna let my dog in very fast.
All right. I think I'm stuck at this point.
Also, Grint, did you say that you were gonna look down to try and see what's going on?
Yes, I am.
Perception roll for that.
Yeah.
You can actually with your dark vision, you stare into the darkness below, and you actually see him down there along the wall. You shouldn't be able to, but you can see a bit of movement down there.
Yeah. I'm like, Bron, what happened?
Can I hear him?
You can hear him.
Yeah, I think I slipped. It's all right.
Oh. Do you want me to get more explosives?
Let's put a pin in that.
I'm gonna have to veto that.
All right. He said put a pin in it, though, which means I think he wants more.
Uh,
Right? Because that's how you have to pin them to make them blow up. Like, that's what he told us. You have to strike it. So, yeah. And Darren, go get more explosives.
I'm not going to go get more explosives with him in the hole.
Fine. We could probably blow his way out of there, though. Like, there's got to be a way.
Or we could just go to the old fallback, which is more rope.
How much rope do we have?
I still have 50 feet on me.
Okay, can 50 feet reach him?
No.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Can 50 feet reach to the top of the hole, though? The crater.
Okay, so hang on. Let me bring you to something useful here.
Yeah.
Here we have our drawing page.
Yay.
Okay. So here is what we know of our room. And there's your you're dangling. This is the rope that you fell off of right here. All right. You
That is much...
are like right here right now. Holding on to the edge, and you got your rope going down with your grappling hook in the wall. So if you attach another rope right here, it goes down to like here. You see?
So So I'm going to pull up the rope that I have. So I have all of the rope. Can I hang where I'm at and throw with a broken arm to get up higher?
At a severe disadvantage, yes.
So it doesn't go like this, right? Where there's a spot where we were at before that was kind of all flat, right? And was big and empty.
The spot you were at before, your previous rope would have reached down, so your spot before would have been about here.
Right.
This line.
Right. So at that point, though, is there still like a ledge that you could stand on, or is it completely smooth now?
The entire wall is rough. It's like the whole thing is rough like this. Before it was just you had some stuff right here because that was where the
Right,
lowermost rough
sand,
part was.
Yeah, because it was all sand.
Yeah.
So okay, so that's what it.
I yell, Bron, do you want us to get more rope?
That might be a good idea.
Okay.
Can you get a guy who can teleport me out of here?
I don't know. So I yell up to
Just-
Andarin, you
I'll
should
yell-
run back to town and grab some rope.
I'll yell up one more thing.
What's that?
By the way, I might already be out of here if I hadn't broken my arm.
Oh, I see.
I don't suppose
Yeah.
there's anything you can do at that range.
Not really, no.
Even like lowering yourself all the way down and swinging over.
No, I don't think that would do it. We need more rope to just get all the way down to you. So, yeah, I yell up to Andarin. I tell him to go back to town and get some more rope.
Okay, I'm gonna hobble my way into town to get some rope.
Do you still have a sprained foot?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I do.
So the person who's able-bodied stays in place and does nothing, while the person with the sprained foot is sent running off, and the person with the arm is sent to climb.
Yeah, how else would this work? Yeah, would you
Or
like to
if
risk?
it-
Would you like to risk him falling and breaking his other good foot? Like I'm kind of just like dangling off the side here. Well, not dangling, but I'm like right on the slide.
I'm going to hobble as quickly as my bad ankle will allow me to,
Excellent.
Okay.
and get to town and buy enough rope to make.
I mean, you
the
could
local
probably
get
talk
very
to
happy.
one of the villagers, like try to use your elven charms, right? To try and use, or try to talk to one of the villagers, ask them to just bring some more rope. Tell them there was an accident and
Do you
one of
want-
their heroes is trapped.
We probably just
Do you
need-
want the rope or not?
I do.
Then we're not going to rely on any amount of my charm.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. Stumble up to the nearest shop and inquire about their stock of rope.
See if they have any potions that fix fucked up feet.
Do not have any potions that fix fucked up feet.
How about arms?
Unfortunate.
So you say I could throw with a disadvantage, right?
Honestly, right now, what you should
Yes.
be doing is you should be
Get back
sliding safely to the base, yeah, and just waiting for more rope.
All right. I know that because you yelled you were getting more rope, so I will go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be. If you want to climb down, you'll have to climb again. But if you're fine with just sliding down, that's fine too.
I want to unhook the grappling hook to keep it and slide down.
Okay.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
No. If you're just going to slide down, that's fine. You just slide down to the bottom, and it's no issue.
Okay.
Meanwhile, topside,
Shop,
you're desperately trying to buy rope.
shopkeeper, please sell me your longest rope.
You stumble into the nearest store and ask the elderly man for rope. Rope? I'm not sure if you can handle my longest rope.
Damn it! I knew you guys are terrible.
Shopkeeper, I'm going into a pit and I need your longest rope.
Well, fine. He relents.
I don't know if you guys know what the Oh, so I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Well, actually, I'm gonna need I'm not sure how
Only
deep
need-
it is,
I
but
only need about 100 feet, I'd imagine.
I'm gonna buy 200 feet of rope from you. That
He's-
should.
You asked for his longest rope, and he shuffles back with a 300-foot
That's-
spool of rope.
That is
Or-
adequate. How much?
20 silver.
Okay, can you break a gold piece?
Yes, I can. He breaks your gold piece and gives you 70 silver and 80 silver and your rope.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll wheel the spool on out the front door, hobbling as I go.
Right, you wheel it like a car tire.
That must look amazing. He just gimping off into the sunset out of town.
You're limping along.
Okay, and I'm gonna head back. Sudden realization washes over me with all of the viscera that's been spewed about town that sandworms are indeed more flesh than sand.
It's not about the journey. It's the destiny. Oh, wait, no.
It's about learning as you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, heading back into the caves, do I encounter any difficulties getting 300 of rope? The 300. You know what? I'm gonna set my pack and anything that's unessential to the side here, just so that I can carry the spool.
Right. You set
Set
your
it-
things to the side, and you decide you're just going to bring the spool down.
Yeah, that way I don't have to worry about trying to jump over the skipping stone section here as much.
Alright. Yes, it's going to be a strength to roll it on down, I think. All right. It takes you quite a while, but you do eventually roll it down. It's not hard. It just took a while as a result. And real challenge now is going to be getting your spool across the cathedral area.
Oh, yay.
So, how do you want to do this?
Well, the cathedral area has in the stone maze portion.
Stone maze portion, correct.
How much does this spool of rope weigh? Because it can't be much more than the pack and everything I was carrying.
Actually, rope's pretty heavy.
Yeah, 300 feet of rope would be very... I'm honestly surprised he can carry it by himself.
Yeah. And that's why you were rolling it.
Okay, yeah. How big are the skipping stone or the stepping stones?
Decently sized. Like, you could all like sit on them comfortably per stone.
Okay. Oh boy. Do I feel confident in this? And the sand is how many feet down now?
30.
30 feet? Oh, well, that if I fall, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna try to pick it up, jump to the next stone, and then if I need to, set it down and repeat the process as needed.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Was that an athletics?
That would be an athletics, yeah.
Good. Good.
Would expect nothing less. Once again, this takes you a long, long, long time, but thankfully, you don't end up dropping yourself or the rope down. You decided to take it with a slow and safe approach. And you do make it over to the entrance with Grint now. Your foot hurts quite a bit.
I got you the rope, Grint.
Excellent job.
Was able
Okay.
to watch you struggle the entire way and didn't come to help.
What are you talking about? I was at the lip of the slide. I was keeping Bront company. I was like, I was screaming, I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves.
The old Dwarven classic. Love it.
Yep.
Hey, do you hear a noise that's drive you crazy? The most annoying noise in the world?
Yeah. Whew. I'm gonna take a little breather over here.
You do that. You've done your job. I'll handle the rest. So basically, from where I'm at the lip of the slide, I tie off the rope. I assume there's like a stalagmite sticking up or something.
What exactly are you doing?
Oh, okay. Or I could put a grappling hook on it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have the steel grappling hook? I do. I have the steel grappling hook. Okay, excellent. So I tie the steel grappling hook to the rope or whatever, and then I, make sure it's nice and tight on a piece of rock here.
Okay.
All right, and so then I just start, unraveling the rope, just basically like letting it roll down the pit.
Right. You just let it unravel and just roll on down the pit. And it does so. And the rope hits Braun right in the head.
What?
It doesn't hurt him. It's just like a,
I yell down, Braun, do you want me to slide down there with you?
Do I think I can climb up with a broken arm?
Yes.
I mean, you clearly did that one little stretch there, and honestly, you got about a third of the way up pretty easily. So I imagine you could.
It'll be rough and slow, but you can.
I was wondering if you wanted me to come down there and help you check like what if there is like something that survived the blast, like something valuable even that we just you didn't even sift through the sand for. Maybe we could cover some ground and investigate, or you just want to call this one a wash and.
I'll yell up. If you feel like coming down here, that'd be great. Maybe you could take a look at my arm. I can get out of here easier, and we can maybe...
Agreed, yeah.
Down here.
Agreed, so I will slide down the rope then.
Right. That'll be a
So is it down like
athletics if you're going to slide down.
crushing it today.
All right.
And Darn and I are crushing it too. It's just body parts.
Yeah.
You easily slide down and land in the sand next to Ron.
Okay, I'm gonna do a medicine check on his arm.
Okay, sure.
Dude,
Yeah,
holy
It's
shit.
broken.
All right, confirmed.
You also know exactly how to treat it. You have the things on hand that you need for this. You do have
Excellent.
a medical kit, don't you? Did you bring
I believe
one of
so,
those in
yeah.
your pack? All right. You got some.
Hold on. Let me check.
It's either that or some other kit. Actually, I think your choices are like religious or exploration. I don't think you have a medical kit.
No, you're right. Because I remember seeing kits and shit, and I wanted to. Oh, I didn't pick it up though when I went to what do you call it? The fucking
Store.
whatever the store was we
Yeah.
went to. I totally forgot. So
All
yeah,
right, though.
I do not. I have a biological tomb. That's got to help with something.
You mean tome?
Maybe.
You can treat it anyways because you did so well. And you get basically you know how it's broken. You're just going to bind it up securely and support it with strips of wood.
Is he missing hit points or anything? Like, do I think I should heal him?
He's not missing hit points
There's
technically.
some broken sticks laying right here on the ground that might help.
I mean, I figure like you get like a chunk of carapace, like boom, fucking done.
Rub
Make
some
sure-
dirt in it.
Yeah, you just gargle some of that pit fiend blood. It has restorative properties.
Maybe. I'm not a doctor.
Hell, with a roll like that, I better be a fucking doctor. Okay, so real quick, like, I'm going to. Do I need to do a perception roll if I'm looking for something valuable, or an investigation roll?
Investigation if you're going to go walking around and searching for something in particular. Perception if you're just looking around.
Let's start with perception then. Ooh, no dice.
Yeah, that's you're not doing so hot there.
Okay, so I just kind of like survey the area, and I'm like, yeah, sand, more or less what I've seen before. Then I'm going to investigate, looking for valuable stuff, shiny stuff even, although I'm not sure if dark vision picks up quote-unquote shiny stuff.
That is a big wash. You do not find anything valuable.
Figured as much. Like, even like brushing apart and looking at the carapace and stuff, I'm not like, yeah, this might be useful. No trinkets or baubles, nothing.
Nope, nothing.
Fair enough. I say, yeah, I think this is a no-go, Bron. Let's just get out of here. But he does still have the thing on him, the strength. So he's not at a disadvantage climbing. So you should be able to make this, I think.
Let's give it a shot.
All right. Should I be under you or above you think? Because I'm thinking if I'm above you, I could probably catch you if you start to slip. Nah, both. I should be able to, or you could grab onto me even. I don't know. What do you think?
If you're below me and I start falling, I could knock you off, and we could both be in a world of hurt, relying upon Andarin to come down and save us.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be above you then.
All right, sounds good.
All right, I'm going to start off athletics to climb.
Okay. You don't completely fuck up. You climb pretty well. Braun does make it up with some assistance from you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Probably should have given him guidance on that.
Shh. What I should have given was guidance to his brain to make him think that, trying to roll down that pit wouldn't have been such a good idea.
Oh, hey
Or
guys.
think maybe I should have a lit torch before I went down instead of trying to light it at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean that really any of those things would have been pretty good.
How were things in the pit, Braun?
They were cool, nice. chilly, relaxing. Get a little nap.
That's nice. See, you messed up your arm. That sucks. At least you can walk. I couldn't.
Yeah. How much do I owe you for the rope?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, then. Yeah, it's from one person who has taken a serious fall to another. I think there's like some kinship going between you. It's like, at least you walked away from it.
Sure, you've all fallen, yeah. Grant just handled it a bit better.
Dude, I fucking natted that shit.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Stockier, hardier bones.
Mm-hmm. I think I have that DVD. Anyways, yeah, I'll like, since Braun can walk fine, so I'll just kind of like assist Andarin on walking out of here, and we will make our way to town. We have now confirmed that everything down there is super fucking dead.
Okay. You all slowly make your way back up to town. You retrieve your crate.
And I'm also going to go get my pack from wherever I set it
Mhm.
down.
Can I just point out how awesome it is that Braun wasn't carrying the explosives in his pack? As I don't think that would have went very well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's definitely something to be thankful for.
So, as we exit the cave, I assume we see like villagers and whatnot.
A few of them still doing cleanup, yeah.
Okay. I asked them if they have like a local healer that could fix up a broken arm.
A few of them just, the ones you talk to, no, they don't have anybody that can just magically fix that stuff.
I mean, in town they don't have a healer.
No,
Okay.
not that kind anyways. But
Right.
a local medicine lady that like gives people herbs and stuff for their rashes, but that's about it.
All right. Yeah. I don't think rubbing some powdered donkey balls on his arm is gonna do it.
Yeah, we might need to just head back into town and hope it's another petition day for the temples.
Yeah. So, how about we sleep off this broken arm?
Right, if you just want to try to sleep everything off.
I think that is our best bet at this point.
Okay.
Okay. If they're going to head into the tavern, I'm going to head out of town to go check on our axe beaks because it's been a little while.
That's fair. Good thinking.
You head out of town while the others. It's getting dark, so it's about time for a rest, anyways. The others go to the inn. And your axe beaks, it takes you a little while to find them, but they are out there. They're pretty much just standing around pecking about. They seem bored. Nothing has really bothered them while they've been out there.
I would imagine not. They're giant birds with axes for faces. So I'm going to tend to them and make sure they have everything they need. And then I'll probably head back into the tavern.
Yep, they have everything they need. right, so you're all just gonna rest for the night in the inn.
Yo, yeah. Gonna grab some din din and then sleep in the inn.
All right. The innkeeper, seeing your injuries, actually does not charge you for your rooms. He simply gives you the keys and tells you just go.
Yeah, I thank him graciously.
You thank him, and he assures you that it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for coming and helping the town.
No problem.
Yeah, we're just gonna mosey on that way now.
All right. You guys are just gonna, well, not sneak, but mosey on out of town in the morning and leave.
What do you guys think? I think we should get Braun's arm healed as soon as humanly possible.
Arm healed, a new job to take up or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we spent a little bit more time here than I anticipated, but not poorly spent.
All right, what do we want to do now? Do we want to go back to the main town, or do we want to go back to the? Well, we want to go in and turn in that we've done this job, right? So
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, to the bent coin.
And then I do want to get it some rest and head out to the ruins that we found before and see if we can find any more.
Okay, so that's our plan.
I think so.
Hmm.
Unless something else presents itself in the meantime to divert us from that goal.
Okay. So yeah, our plan now is to head back to shit. Why can't I remember the name of this town? Let's see. What the hell is it Netulaten?
Yeah, Netalaten. Close enough.
Nailed it. All right. So let us head back to that main city then.
Great. You hop back on your axe beaks and you get ready to leave, checking all your supplies and making sure that everything is in order. You all are in good enough shape to fight without any penalties or anything, so you'll be fine for now.
I mean, I think Braun might have a problem with dual wielding.
Yeah, maybe a problem with dual wielding, but he can just hold a shield in his arm if he needs to.
All right.
I would like to, get back to town. Maybe find somebody who can fix this arm instead of just having it hurt.
So you guys roll out, and for your few days of travel, the roads are fairly desolate, and you're not sure why, but nobody seems to be traveling right now. At least not on this main road, north-south, for some reason. And in the same amount of time that it took you to get to your destination, you get back to the city. I think that's 2-3 days of rations off. So get rid of that. You've traveled this route fairly well at this point, so you've memorized where your shelters and things are, your caves, and you recognize some landmarks since you've been on this north-south path like 3 or 4 times at this point.
Okay.
And after a few days, you are back at the city.
Feels good to be home.
Yeah, probably gonna have to buy a few things before we head back out again. I'm getting low on firewood.
Yeah, I need to get that medical kit.
And I would like to find a thieves' kit.
Might not be a
thieves'
bad
kit
idea.
so much, but I've got. So as I leveled up, I get ability in artisan tools, and one of the tools I can use is a lockpick of sorts, right? So I can start doing some of that work.
Okay.
So I get proficiency in it now. So trying to find where I can buy that without raising the suspicion might be fun.
Okay.
You're trying to find some thieves' tools that are arousing suspicion. The thing is, a lot of the things that make up a set of thieves' tools are ordinary, everyday things. Just
Right.
once you scrape them all together,
Right.
they're a
But since
thieves' kit.
And now that I have proficiency in that tool,
Yeah.
should I be able to scrape those things together?
If you went around to buy them, yes.
Okay, I will want to do that when we get back into town.
Right. So you guys get back into town at around midday. What do you want to do with your axe beaks? Do you just drop them off at the stables?
Yeah. Because it's only like a copper a day to keep them there, right? Yeah.
You drop off your stables and you pay them the 3 copper. So you pay them the 3 copper. Whoever wants to take that off, go ahead.
I take care of
And- yeah, it seems to be a normal day in the city. Nobody even notes your arrival.
Excellent.
I
Let's.
expect fanfare when I walk in this place now.
Give
we're
it
like
time.
we're like silver level adventurers. Come on.
Yeah, we'll give it time. We'll have all the fanfare that we want.
So we should, I think, like before anything, we should get Bronze arm healed.
Agreed.
So let's return to that temple where we were that one day and get a consultant.
You return to the temple, and rather than being bustling and full of people this time, it is quiet. And there are a few people praying in the pews and at the altars, and a few priests going about their business and giving more direct advice to the locals and talking with them. What are you gonna do?
Do I recognize the priest that had helped us before?
He does not seem to be here now. At least not right now.
Do I just start yelling, "Ow, my arm"?
I mean, you could.
All right, I'll do that. I'll just start making noises about my arm hurting really bad.
I like Grant will actually approach someone who's working there and ask who he can talk to about getting Bronze arm healed.
Don't let him cut it off. I need my arm.
We'll see about that.
Help.
So, what exactly is the plan here?
So what I said was I approached someone who looks like they're one of the temple people, and yes, if you will. I like to put labels on things, okay? And I approached them and I asked if there's anyone who can help fix a broken arm.
You approach 2 temple priests which are talking to each other, and they turn to you when you walk up.
I say hello.
One steps forward. Yes. Do you need? He takes a moment to look at you. Are you in need of aid, brother? What ails you this day?
Not me, but my friend here. His arm is broken.
Oh. Do you wish for medical advice?
Oh, well, we wanted to get it healed, honestly.
A discount miracle, or something reasonable.
I will see what I can do. And His friend gives him the shoulder pat, the classic.
You got this.
And all he does is cast Cure Light Wounds. And your arm is fixed.
Yay! Thank you.
Is it really?
Yep.
You mean I could have cured it?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
kinda
that's what
wondering
Cure
why
Light
you were
Wounds is
trying
for.
Oh, wait, time out. So cure wounds will heal a broken arm, really?
As long as it's not like ripped off or horribly bent out of
Shattered.
place. That's the whole point, is that you reset the arm so that it was like everything's where it should be, just not held together properly.
You knit the bones together a bit.
Okay. Well, shit, I could have done that. I just didn't realize it would work.
I didn't think you could fix like shattered limbs like Andaran had, but did you fix those or did we get those fixed here? I can't remember.
No. Someone here fixed
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, they were definitely fixed here.
Yeah, those were probably a bit beyond cure light wounds, but yeah. I'm just
Yeah, as well as my diseases were cured. I had to eat an axe beak liver. It was awful.
remember that.
Me too. So here's the deal. Grant would like to head to an armorer. I think I've got enough money scraped together that I could get like at least a starter set of plate mail instead of chain mail.
Just find any random armor.
Yeah, because I don't think Mr. Goldhand is with us anymore.
Okay.
Oh yeah, whatever happened to him?
You immediately go out to find an armor.
I know of one, don't I? Because we've been in a couple of shops, haven't we?
Yes, but can you retrace your steps if you've only been there once in the city?
Fair enough. Don't they have like signs hanging outside? You know, armor here. Maybe may have like one of those fucking Roman helmets on a sign out front, and be like, "Oh, I think that's an armor shop."
Or do we
It's a
head back
place
to
that
the-
you think might be an armor that has a stylized breastplate
All right, well,
in front of the
let's
shop.
let's head in there then.
Right. I'll say we could head back to the Bent Coin and get recommendations, but
True,
So,
but we're already out of
all right.
well, after a while of wandering around, and searching for armors, you do in fact find one, and
Okay.
you enter. And inside, it's not like the other place that you've been to where they had the forges in back. This place is a little bit richer. You can tell this is some high dollar stuff.
Shit.
There's fancy suits of armor hanging on the walls, and everything smells like metal polish and fresh leather.
Ugh. All right. So basically, I'm just gonna like walk up to a counter, or like do I see somebody working the store, or
Yes, there is somebody at the counter.
excellent.
Behind the counter, there is a dwarf wearing very fine clothes. He's currently reading some kind of, it looks like a manual to you.
Mhm.
He's currently reading some kind of manual or book or instructions of some sort. And he has on a pair of golden spectacles, which
I
he
see.
adjusts on his face by occasionally scrunching up his nose, as you see people do.
Mm-hmm. So I walk up and I kind of
He sets his thing to the side. Welcome to our. Just what do you want? It's been a long day. I can tell you're not the usual clientele. What do you need?
I'm looking for some plate armor.
Plate. Half plate, full plate.
Full plate.
Full plate armor. Plain or fancy?
Plain.
Plain armor. I think I should have a suit or two in the back that I use for modeling purposes, but they're real armor. They'll do you just fine.
How much is that going to run me?
20 gold for the full suit.
What?
But it's already fitted to you, so I can give it to you right now.
We don't have 20 gold. I mean, we have, but we like barely have 20 gold. That's not going to work. God damn it. That water was delicious, but it's hurting me now. I thank him for his time, and I just leave the shop.
All right, he gives you a lazy wave as you leave and goes back to his manual.
So yeah, I reconvene with them, and I'm like, yeah, it's a bit expensive, much more so than anticipated. Let's just go to the bent coin and see what we can do next.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get bumped up in level.
Can I head on back to the guild?
Mm-hmm.
You head on back to the guild, and it seems to be a normal day in the guild. Everyone's sitting around, and there's lots of drinking and talking, and the board is stuffed as usual. And there's still parties here discussing what they're going to do next. And the bartender, the usual, sees you and waves to you.
Yeah, let's approach him and greet him.
Welcome back, friends. I take it you're finished with your task?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely finished with the worms. I don't think there'll be a problem again for a while.
Wonderful.
We also killed a pit fiend.
Oh, really? Sounds like an interesting story.
It is very interesting. So, with this job out of the way, have we ranked up at all?
I'm afraid that we haven't had any meetings of the council recently. I can bring it up, but that's it's awfully fast.
All right.
right.
But if you would bring it up, it's appreciative. But until then, I guess we'll just grab another silver mission.
Yeah, we'll keep working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So then, yeah, I approached the board.
All right. You approach the board. There's lots of people standing around it, and you have to push them a little bit. You know, kind of like how you push through a crowd in New York or something. But
Right.
You are essentially there at the board.
So, what kind of silver level missions do I see?
Do a search.
Investigation or?
Yeah, investigation would work. All right. With this, you find one suitable looking job.
Oh.
Only one, unfortunately, this time.
And what does this mission entail?
This one is monster hunting off the coast.
Ooh.
Specifically, sea monsters that have been disrupting trade with the only open elven port. This is an official request from the crown, and you bring back the parts of the monsters you kill, turn it in, and they pay you per kill, basically.
Nice.
Seems quite lucrative. This is actually a open to anybody thing, so you can't take this posting with you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, then I'll return to the bartender and ask him who I should talk to. Does it say who I should talk to regarding this this job?
All right. So what exactly are you gonna do / say?
No. First, I'm looking at the posting and seeing does it say who to contact about this particular job?
Oh, sorry, yeah. It says it just says to talk to any guild official, basically.
Okay, so that would be like the bartender, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I approach him and I ask him about the sea monster job in the Elven Port City.
Oh, you're not going to the city itself, you understand. But it's that season again, so near the yearly rains, the sea monsters, they like to act up a little bit. Not so much monsters as annoyances. And we usually send adventurers down to take care of it. We have a few boats that the guild owns. You're going to need to head to the docks south in the southern city. Have you ever been there before? None of you have.
What was that?
None of you have been there before.
Okay. We're like, no, we have not. Right now, I'm looking at the other two. I'm like, anybody?
I don't even remember what direction I came into this city from.
Fair enough.
It's been weeks ago, it feels like.
So, what is the name of this city we're going to?
Well, technically, it's just called Port City.
Really?
So, people usually call it by the dwarven name. Hang on, I have it written down in my notes somewhere.
Okay.
People usually call it by the dwarven name, Aralam. So like the
Got it. You said dwarven name? Isn't it an elven city?
no, the Elven City is not there. That is a human port city, or rather owned by the Empire. It's their trade with the Elf City that's being interrupted.
Gotcha, guys. So Aralam is the city we're leaving from, and the other city is the one that is like they're the ones who issued it, but we won't actually go to that town, like you said. Okay. Who do I talk to in Aralam then?
Bring this letter to the portmaster. This is a usual thing. He'll know what you're on about. And he hands you a small envelope. You've seen him hand to a few other people while you've been here.
I guess I'll keep track of this then. What should I write this down as?
Write down letter for portmaster.
Got it.
Best of luck to you, my friends. I can't stand going out on the water, so
Yeah, no problem. So, we've got our next job here. What do you guys want to do? Anything else? Oh, actually, I turned back to them. I'm like, hey, where can I pick up a what is this thing called? The kit I'm looking for. Is it a medical kit? Healer's kit? Something?
I'm not exactly sure what it's called. You'd have to look
I'll
it up.
check the manual. I'll check the manual real quick.
And I want to put together a thieves' tools.
You guys gonna split up and go for your different things?
Yeah, I have a few things to buy as well.
Alright, so you guys are all gonna split apart and go do errands. Who wants to go first?
I guess I can go first. Mostly, I just want to buy some extra arrows and maybe sell off some mushrooms.
Arrows are a copper apiece.
Shrooms.
And what are you doing with these shrooms?
Well, I know that they're a delicacy, so I'm probably gonna go to a probably try to find a more upscale restaurant to sell them at. Unless one of the other guys has a better idea of what to do with them.
Okay. You decide that you are going to find a
A very upscale restaurant, or maybe even a cook for one of the local nobles.
yeah, or even just a cook. All right. You eventually do find an upscale restaurant. Unfortunately, the only place you can see it from right now is looking through some bars to a gated neighborhood, or gated district, rather. The guards stop you and prevent you from entering.
I am not seeing any type of medical kit at all. Closest thing is an herbalism kit, and that's just for identifying and getting, herbs.
Okay. So the guards have stopped me.
Mhm.
I'm going to talk to them and see if they hello. I know I look like a vagabond, but I was going to try to conduct business with one of the cooks of the restaurant here.
Are you making a delivery, or?
In a way, a little bit of an unexpected one. Some very interesting and uncommon ingredients.
We don't take peddlers or solicitors here.
I'm not sure what the second word you said is, but they're very uncommon mushrooms that would be a huge hit with his guests.
The guards give each other a look. Move along. Away with you.
Which way away?
He shakes his head. Look, if you don't go away, then I'm going to have to call the other guards.
All right. Do you happen to know anybody who is in the fine ingredients distribution network that would be a better place so that I'm not bothering your posh neighborhood inhabitants?
Roll a persuasion. Well, a lot of the local places do buy their ingredients from a certain farmer who sources things from the islands. You should try talking to him. He might be interested in the resale of your goods.
Okay. Can I get directions down to his place of business?
Yeah, he owns a storehouse down the road. You'll recognize it. He sourced it nearby so that the master servants know where to buy from.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I'm going to head down there and see if I can sell off these mushrooms.
You find the warehouse without much of an issue, and there is somebody here overseeing the movement of some crates.
Hello, good sir.
Oh, hello.
I know this is going to be a bit of an unusual offering, but in my travels, I came across these mushrooms, which, to my understanding, are something of a rarity and a delicacy. And I was wondering if I could offload them for a decent price to you.
Let me see what you have. Do you know what they are?
I believe they were called dragon caps or dragon cave mushrooms or something of the sort.
I'll have a look at them. Let me see what you got.
Yeah, I'll open the sack and take one out and hand it to him.
You open up the sack and hand him one of the mushrooms. He takes it for a moment and he looks it over. And he actually sniffs it. Oh, this is a very fine fare. You said you're looking to sell these? How many do you have?
Well, Grint ate one to test its freshness and ripeness. So, how many were in the container? Like a dozen or 20 or something?
Yeah, I thought it was a dozen.
Okay, so it should be that one and then 10 others.
I'll let it slip this time. Oh, so
Wait, let what slip this time?
if you don't write down the number of something, then
I got you.
so like, oh, so they must have fallen out of your pocket after you got blasted by an explosion.
Got you.
Yeah, there were a dozen. Minus the one that the dwarf ate. And it seemed to fill him with vigor.
Oh yes, they're quite rare indeed. Let me tell you, after all of this similar quality, I'll take the lot for 30 silver pieces each.
Okay, that sounds agreeable to me. I'm going to... Yeah, you know what? I just want rid of them. I'm not going to haggle. These are probably perishable, and I don't want to try to offload them somewhere else.
All right, so are you going to take his offer?
That I will.
He counts out all. He gives you 3 gold and 30 silver pieces altogether.
Okay, and I will let him take the mushrooms.
He takes them, looks them all over, and smiles in a satisfied way before storing them inside of a special sort of case. You're not sure what it is exactly. He moves them all into a case that he had laying around.
Probably something humidity sealed. I thank him for his time, and I'm gonna head out to go buy arrows.
He clasps his hands together before you go. If you find anything else like this, always bring it here for an excellent price. I'm always in the market for rarities and foods.
Shady motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I know I probably just got had to some degree, but, you know, it's not my problem anymore. Besides, speed is... When you're trying to pawn game, speed is more than trying to get your
Efficiency.
maximum.
Yeah.
Okay, and after that, I'm just going to go to a shop and buy another 20 arrows, and you said they were copper apiece? That's pretty simple.
For bog standard arrows, it's a copper apiece.
Yeah, I don't feel like shooting the expensive stuff right now.
All right. So pick up as many arrows as you want for 1 copper each. And are you using this new quiver, or are you still using your old one?
I will be using the new quiver.
Okay.
Maybe you should talk to a magical type dude to figure out exactly what it does.
It's like exploding arrows or something, and you just like shoot some guy with your point blank shot.
Well, we said it was a
Blows
positive
up.
thing, technically.
Explosions
like-
can be
like-
positive.
Well, right, but I was like, what if it just like makes people you shoot fall in love with you, right? You know, it's like Cupid arrows or some shit, and you just keep shooting people, and they just keep like trying to dry hump them to death. He's like, I don't understand why.
Oh, a lot of problems though.
Charming arrows. There you go.
I mean, as long as I know it's beneficial in some way, I'm not too worried about it.
Oh man. Oh, you are tempting fate right there.
I'm 10 intelligencing it right there. I heard.
I feel like that would be more like a wisdom thing. Be like, yeah, it's fine.
What are you gonna do now? You have your arrows.
Other than that, I can't think of too much. We'll pick up supplies before we leave, or like food, extra rations before we leave, I imagine. But
Eating food in the year 339. Plebeians. Can't
Yeah.
subsist on purely magical energy.
oh, I'm not a very good elf.
We just absorb moisture from the trees. It's perfect.
Such bullshit. Anyways. So yeah, you're like, all right, we're just gonna pick up supplies before we go, and you are done with your shopping. There's nothing else you can think of that you might want or need.
Nope, not really. Did we take our 300-foot rope with us, or we just leave it there?
You brought it with you.
Okay.
Somebody did mention
Come in
it.
handy.
Pretty sure.
You never know.
Okay.
And we have our explosives too.
Yes, we do. I'm gonna chuck them at sea monsters.
I do also want to make sure I go get those thieves' tools, but I don't know if you want to go through all that hassle of individually finding all the pieces and blah blah blah. Just
I mean, if you feel like we could make good use of them, you should have them.
right, but I mean, do we want to role play the whole going and buying this little piece here and going and buying that little piece there?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we could shorthand that into I want to go to a bunch of different shops and collect these things up or something, or
Yeah,
maybe
you can.
even
As long as they're not too uncommon items or anything too expensive, you can just run around and grab all this stuff.
That's what I want to do. Just some, lockpick. What's it called? Thieves' tools. Just put all the pieces together and get some thieves' tools so that I can try to unlock doors if we need to.
To put a sturdy set of all these tools together, it's going to cost you 30 silver.
Traps. Okay, not a problem. So I have proficiency in disarm traps and open locks now. So
Nice.
I've got a special macro to do that, so I don't have to add it to sleight of hand. So that helps.
Oh, I was going to ask something about one of the feats. Observant is what the feat was called. And it said it added to my passive perception and investigation. And so what exactly does passive perception help with?
Basically, if something else is sneaking, or if somebody's trying to do something without you noticing, I roll, and if they don't beat your passive perception, then you notice them.
So then this would bring
It's
my
like pickpockets
passive
and stuff.
perception to 20. That sounds really good.
Yeah, it basically means that nobody can, nobody, unless they're very good, can pull a fast one on you.
I might take
And-
that at my next feat level then.
Yeah. Plus, when you go into a room, you basically do a perception roll of 20, right? So, or a perception roll against that automatically, right?
Mhm.
So you don't have to do a special search unless you don't think you got it with that.
Right.
So you guys, is a healer's kit a thing? I know thieves' tools as a set is a thing, but I don't know if
Yes,
there's such a thing as a
Steve's
healer's
tools are
kit.
things, but there was no healer's kit, no like medical kit, nothing.
All right, well then I guess you're out of luck there. You can buy some less specific medical supplies though.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything I'd want though, honestly.
Okay.
We still got anti-venom, which is nice.
Is there anything else you think might be nice to have?
The armor, but I don't know how. Like even if I go to a cheaper store, I wonder if it would still be that much, you know? Because like unless I find an armor set for like 5 gold maximum, I don't even know if it's worth looking. You know what? My armor class is fine right now. Fuck it, let's just go. Let's make way for the city or whatever.
Not gonna get anything. Okay. Perhaps you. Oh, never mind. All right. So if you guys just want to leave, you can go ahead and do that. It is the afternoon though, so.
Yeah, we can just
Won't be
grab
able to
our
travel
axe
very far.
beaks and travel a little bit.
You grab your axe beaks and get ready to go on the road.
So we've been, I feel like our roll's been pretty good today. We should try some animal handling, see if we can get some extra mileage.
You jinxed it now.
Nah, fuck that. Here I go. Oh. All right. Well, we got the bad rolls out of the way. That's how I look at it.
Right, well, your animal handling isn't great. It seems that Braun's axe beak is being bothered by something, or he's just having a hard time controlling it for some
He's
reason.
got a thorn in his paw.
Something like that, maybe. Though they don't have paws, they have like talon feet, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've seen a chocobo.
It's not a chocobo, it's an axe beak, okay? It's different.
Ugh.
Actually,
Actually,
Boy.
basically, yeah.
Okay, so
As I was saying, so you are just getting ready to go, and you are back on the road once again. Though this time you are heading south, which is a direction you have not gone before.
mhm.
On the road again.
And you leave out the south exit of the city, and all right. Yep. You are back on the road. Here it seems to be rather than being some slightly rocky terrain like it is towards the north, here it seems to be mostly just sand and dunes. And as such, you are feeling very sandy and duney as you settle in for the evening.
Okay.
It's almost nighttime. What do you want to do?
We should find a cave, I assume.
There are gonna be a lot of caves here, I think.
Could be.
Okay. Grind goes searching for a cave, and you do find one. You find a correct facing. God damn it. You find a correct facing cave and everything.
All right.
It looks like it's gonna rain on the picture. Some rain
It
clouds there.
does look that way, doesn't it? Looks nice. So then, this cave, what's the interior like? Is it cavey?
It's very cavey. In essence, it is exactly what you'd expect of a cave this size. It's similar to the other ones that you've stayed in. It doesn't slope downward or upward. It's simply an empty cave with some sand.
And I just remembered what we forgot.
What?
Firewood and rations.
Oh, we didn't buy firewood or rations? I thought you did buy rations.
No, you didn't buy it.
Oh.
That's okay.
We have enough rations. We only have 4 days of firewood, so we have to find some.
Okay.
We
We
have 7
can
days
also-
of Axe Peak. We have 7 days of Axe Peak food for 3 Axe Peaks. We have 54 rations, which should get us 9 a day or whatever. So we just have 4 firewood. So.
Okay.
Yeah, math.
So hopefully we can get where we're getting pretty quickly.
2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1, that's 3. Easy gold.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so let's just set it on for the evening then. We'll probably, when we get to this next city, we'll just buy some firewood there. Or not wood, obviously, or whatever this crap is that we burn.
So what are you doing?
Going to sleep.
The night is uneventful.
All right. So do we have any idea how long we're going to have to travel to get to this next town? Did anyone was there a map we looked at maybe?
No, you didn't think to get a map.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. So we only have like a general direction. We don't know where this fucking place is.
Do we want to go back real quick?
Ah, fuck that. We'll just hit up that animal handling again and make great time.
All right.
Hmm?
Oh, one last animal handling. Unless you did already.
Yep.
You got it, Esky. Go.
Okay. You handle your animals just fine for another day of travel. And today, however, on your right, you start to see lots and lots of what look like trees in the distance. And I want to end things here
How you do?
because I don't want you guys to get into another thing with only 20 minutes left.
That's fair. All right, then.
Trees in the distance.
Right.
My God.
Absolutely lovely. Any questions or concerns, let me know. I think that was overall pretty good. You guys made good progress.
Yeah.
Didn't do exactly what I expected. I didn't expect you to go with the blow everything up route. I expected you to go with the
Hunt down those dwarves route?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
not even worth your time.
I knew that's where that was going, and I was like, man, I don't want that. I want to chase these 2 random assholes down. So
That worked too. Just blow it all up.
Yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, I bet they use explosives on the cave. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with ourselves.
Well, I'll see you.
Later, guys.
You do not advance a level, I don't think, this time. No, you
Aw.
do not.
All right.
That's all right. There's always next time.
We killed an entire hive. This is bullshit.
We also kind of
Kinda pithy.
shorthanded it.
If you want to say so, I guess.
That's because we are smart. That's the experience comes in.
Yeah, well, I think that would make like the pilots of the Enola Gay like high level warriors.
Well, using video game logic, that would work, right?
So yeah, you're getting contacted by Aaron. That's fun.
Yeah, hold on, let me cut my stream real quick. Alright guys, done for the stream. See you guys later.